Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. This week, the dead are rising up, the Doctor's crashing down, and the Cybermen are just wandering around.
Hello everyone, welcome to Still Got Legs, the only Doctor Who Rewatch podcast in the world. There are no others that exist, or maybe there are. To be honest, I don't know how much longer I can keep this dumb fucking bit going. My name is Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful companion, Lawrence, maybe, as we go on this fantastic journey through time and space and rewatch all of Doctor Who. Hello, Lawrence. Oh yeah, that's why. Hello.
What's why? What's happened?
No, I got confused. That's why I said maybe, because I thought I was supposed to say Lawrence there, but then it wasn't in my notes, so I was confused.
Oh, I see. Bro's just reading from a script. Bro can't organically introduce me. What's that about?
I have a new thing written every single week, Lawrence.
I liked it.
When you do the intro, do you just read that off the top of your head?
That's unrelated. That's not. The two aren't comparable. Okay.
And what was that? What happened at the end of that intro?
Did something happen at the end? I hate doing it when you. Hello, my mic's fucked. I can't push the button anymore. I know, but I can't push the button anymore. Nathan has to push the button.
No one cares.
I care. Shut up.
No one cares.
Nathan pushes the button, and that means that when I'm speaking, I can't hear the fucking song. Right? I can't hear the song that's playing because it's louder than me, so it drowns it out while I'm talking.
All right.
So I can't hear. What went wrong? I don't know what happened.
And it sounded like you just, I don't know, you just shit the bed on the ending, really.
Did I?
What was it?
It was this week the dead are rising up, the Doctor's crashing down, and the Cybermen are just wandering around.
Okay, why the pause? Is the pause?
Well, it was meant to. I realised that I didn't have a lot of time. The intention was supposed to be like, the dead are rising up, the Doctor's falling down, and the Cybermen are just kind of wandering around. The intention was supposed to be like, oh, it was a letdown, because the Cybermen don't do much in this episode.
Oh.
I'm aware it didn't come across.
Yeah, I don't know if that came across.
Look, at the very least, it wasn't a rhyme.
Yeah?
That's what I'll say. Do you want to hear some alternate rejected takes that I had?
Sure, why not?
This one's terrible, right? This week, metal zombies walk the earth, but it's not brain they're craving, it's rain.
Yeah, they're not
craving
one. Rain. They create it, so that doesn't really make sense thematically.
Yeah, but I was shooting it. This is the one that was a real bold swing, and I thought possibly too bold. Therefore, I rejected the concept, which was going to be, it's death in heaven. Ding dong, the Danny's dead. Which old Dan, the Cyberman?
See, that would have been better. I'd have gone with that one. Yeah, I'd have gone with that one personally.
Well, I did. I edited it in. It's done.
No, I know now. I know the truth. Okay.
Not if I change the narrative. I can cut everything of this.
You can change whatever you want. I still know the truth. You can't change my mind. Okay?
All right. So note for myself in the future, you prefer a big swing.
Yeah, but it also has to be good.
Was that good? Would you call that a good one?
I'd call it better than the one you went with. Yeah.
Okay. All we can do is improve for the future. That's what I'm taking away from this.
You. Anyway, we are banking them.
Yep.
So, here's the deal. We're going to go insane. All right?
Yeah.
Over the next few weeks, this would have been recorded a while ago. Not this one, but over the next few weeks, there'll be some which would have been recorded quite a while ago. Okay? Yes. And they're going to be recorded in a very short succession, kind of pretty much back to back, okay?
Yeah.
And we are going to lose our fucking minds over the next couple of weeks.
By the time you hear this episode, we'll have banked 4.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
So hopefully more, to be honest.
We'll see. We'll see how we go.
A disclaimer as well, by the way. If you see on the Discord at some point in the next month that my child has been born, and it just to you, from your perspective, sounds like I'm just ignoring them while I do a podcast every week. No. We're banking them. That's why we're banking them.
Lawrence will be an absent father because he's too busy podcasting. It's
Doctor Who, man.
That's the ultimate goal, really.
The ultimate goal.
The ultimate
be an absent
goal
father
is to be an absentee father and to be too busy podcasting.
Yeah.
That's like the plot of a movie right there.
What? I feel like that's a Black Mirror
Dad, why won't you? Dad, I want to play a game of catch. Not now, son. Daddy's podcasting.
Daddy's writing an intro.
Daddy's got to do mediocre riffs about a TV show from 20 years ago. Right?
That won't make sense to them yet.
I know.
This is why banking stuff sucks, because we don't know what they'll know about yet.
What do you mean?
Well, they're not gonna. Whatever you were talking about, TV show from 20 years ago, they're not gonna hear that for like a month.
I don't get what you mean.
Oh, I'm just realizing
it's relevant today as it is. What do you mean?
This is very embarrassing for me.
Okay, right, we'll say it then.
You're talking about Doctor Who. I'm talking about Grey's Anatomy, which is something we just spoke about.
That's a whole different thing. That's by the way, different thing, which is paywalled. All right,
listeners of this show, I didn't just bring up Grey's Anatomy out of nowhere. We've just had a conversation about Grey's Anatomy
on an entirely different podcast.
Oh look, the insaneness has already started. I'm glad we pre-warned everyone.
Oh my god,
Nathan, how are you? How the devil art thou?
Oh. Today, Lawrence, we're talking about Doctor Who, Series 8, Episode 12, written by Stephen Moffat, directed by Rachel Talalay, Episode 116, maybe, Death in Heaven.
Ooh.
You ever been to heaven?
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Yeah, I came back. I thought, fuck this.
No, I'm in a nightclub.
Oh, I mean, the nightclub. Heaven's a great nightclub, I think.
Nah, shit. Hate it.
I know that you're homophobic and can't handle being around members of the queer community like I can.
It is genuinely a shit nightclub because the fucking the bouncers are the most horrible cunts in the world there. God.
That is true. I will say inside of Heaven, it's the only nightclub I've ever been in where I can put my arms out to the side, spin, and still have enough room to do so.
Yeah. No, not the only nightclub I've been in where you can do that, but...
What about the aircon, though? The aircon. This is London chat, by the way. If you're in London, go check out Heaven. Let us know your review of Heaven.
Is it still open?
I have no idea, to be honest. Oh, no, I think I heard about a year ago it was closing for refurbishment, so maybe it's shut or maybe it's reopened. I don't know.
It was in the news not long ago for something bad, so I don't know if it's still open.
That doesn't surprise me.
I don't know.
Those bouncers really were cunts, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, horrible people. Yeah. Anyway,
Death in Heaven?
Death in Heaven.
I hope that's not what the news was. I hope there were no deaths in heaven lately.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, God. Nathan, care to share your general thoughts?
I'd love to hear your general thoughts.
Lovely stuff. I think this is a brilliant finale, and towards the end of the episode, I want to talk about Season 8 as a whole.
You can't.
Right. No, I can. Let me.
You can't. We're not finished.
Well, no, not yet. I said at the end of the show.
No, we're not finished.
Oh, you want to save it for next week?
Yeah, next week is the end of the series.
AKA tomorrow for me and you.
Yeah.
Fuck you know. I think this is a pretty good finale. I think it's quite brilliant, actually. I think it takes some time for me to get to the good stuff. Last week's episode was so tight and efficient and clean, and I loved it so much that I think there's a little bit of this that wavers maybe in the middle section, but when it gets, I think, and it's a longer episode as well, so when it gets to the last, I think maybe half an hour to 20 minutes, and it starts wrapping up some good character arcs, it's a really good episode, and I really like it. I just think the Cybermen were maybe a touch overhyped in the last episode if this is what they were going to contribute to the end episode.
Is it a longer episode?
Yeah, it's 60 minutes, this one.
Oh, all right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Whole 15 minutes. The time was flying for bro, clearly.
I think you're an idiot. I think this is great.
Okay. I don't disagree. I think this is great too. I just think there is a lull.
Well, it sounds like you hate me and this episode, all right?
All right.
So let that show. Yeah, I think it's really good. I think it's a great finale to a great series.
Yeah.
Good time all around. I think there's lots of exciting, intriguing stuff to sink our teeth into. I think it's for a series finale, it's kind of bleak, which
true.
Which I think we'll talk about. But it's not your usual series finale for Doctor Who, really. It doesn't end in the kind of usual place that a series finale would, which is quite interesting, I think. I
think we've had bleak finales before, but they're typically like, this is a sad time, but everyone's feeling mostly okay about it. Everyone will be okay. Whereas in this one, it's like, these are two people that need some help.
Whenever we had a bleak finale before?
Well, we've had fucking Doomsday. Definitely a bleak finale right there.
Oh, yeah. Fair.
I think not so much Last of the Time Lords. Maybe, what was the last episode of season 4? When Donna's exit.
Journey's End? No, Journey's End?
Journey's End, yeah. Well, that's the last of the series 4, yeah. Donna leaves, that's kind of bleak.
Yeah, you're right, I guess. Yeah,
but I know what you mean. It doesn't feel as overwhelmingly, like, as kind of down in the dumps as this one does.
Yeah.
This one has, like, a certain sense of sadness that just comes with it, I think. But yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. Shall we jump in?
Oh, I guess.
What's the matter?
I'm tired, man.
You gotta wake up. You know
I know. I need to do a bump.
A bump of what?
Should we do a little line? Should we do a little bump?
Yeah, I could do that. Other
All
Charlie XCX lyrics. I'm sure there's some.
All right, give us a minute, listeners. Okay, let's fucking go.
Let's do this. All right. The Cybermen are walking around in Cardiff Museum, Nathan.
Just to clarify, that was a joke. I have not just done the line of cocaine. Okay.
He hasn't.
Wink, wink. I genuinely. All right, just for record.
Full disclosure.
Full disclosure. I genuinely have not just done some coke. Okay.
This is unlike you. Normally, you're very committed to the bit. What's this?
I can't commit to this bit. All right.
Bro wants to protect
I can't have my good name being slandered like this.
I would love it if you were able to do it that quickly. Like, if you just had, like, oh, I need a bump. I've got one. Here we go. There was no thought. There was no going in to get it process or anything.
I mean, from the audience perspective, it could be edited.
Ah, that's very true. Yeah. There was half an hour where Nathan was calling a dealer and one was coming over. Good thing I trimmed that down for audience purposes.
Yeah.
Nathan, Cybermen are here. They're walking about Cardiff Museum, and Clara's like, "Listen, you can't."
Right? Yeah. Shut up. I will say, we left something out last week, which I think is a bit of a shame, because there was a scene which I quite. It's not really a scene. It's like, well, it is a scene kind of. It was a scene which I quite enjoyed, really. Which kind of leads to this. It was like when Clara's on the phone to Danny and she's like, tell him to fuck off and everything because he's saying I love you, and she hangs up on him, and then she's like stressed. She turns around in her chair, and then we see the camera pan around like in real time, and we see her see the Cyberman for the first time and realize that. We didn't talk about that at all.
Did we not? Oh
no, completely missed that. Yeah.
Look, we spoke about every other moment, so I don't know if I'm not gonna school us too hard, but yeah, that's poor. That's a poor show from us.
It's a good moment. It
is a very good moment, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we follow on from that. Clara's trapped in that office with a Cyberman, and it's like, I'm going to get you. She's hiding behind a desk or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she's like, wait, you can't get me because I'm not actually real, you little bitch.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
And then the Cyberman's like, fuck you mean? What are you talking about?
I'll bite, Clara.
What are you saying, cunt? All right. She's like, Clara Oswald does not exist.
Yeah.
I'm the Doctor.
I love this, right? I like this from Clara. We've always spoken about whenever she emulates the Doctor, it's always fun. I thought she, I don't know what maybe I got this wrong. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, right? But I think Clara seems to emulate 11 when she does the Doctor, less so than 12. Certain deliveries of like, you know, who could do this? Who could do this? Like the kind of things like that, they feel like Matt Smith line deliveries as opposed to Peter Capaldi's line deliveries.
You see, I don't really think she's emulating any Doctor, really.
Oh, just the vibes overall.
Just a vibe, yeah. I think she's like, I don't think she's trying to be 11 or trying to be 12. She's just, I think it's more just her version of it, really.
Okay, well that's certainly easier to unpack than what does it mean by her emulating 11 over 12.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because it's certainly not 12. It's certainly not as like, it's not 12's personality, but I also don't think it's 11 really.
It's an amalgamation of traits, I guess. Like various.
It's just the Doctor, I think.
Yeah, that energy that's associated with the Doctor. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
And she does a good job, I think.
She does a very good job. I always like it when she does this.
Yeah. But she says, who could fool you like this? Who could hide under your nose? Who could change their face anytime they want? And she says, Clara Oswald has never existed because I am the Doctor. Let me get the titles.
Yeah. Which
Lawrence,
I guess means...
Lawrence, did you watch the titles?
Closely? Intently?
Did you notice anything different about these titles?
I didn't, and now I'm bummed. What did I miss?
Oh, God, you annoy me.
Typically, when the titles are on, I like to catch up on my notes, Nathan.
Pause it. All right.
Well, I didn't think I'd be missing anything. What did I miss?
You should always pay attention to the titles, all right? You never know when you might miss something interesting, okay?
Wait, I don't
Clara
know.
says, I am the Doctor.
Yeah.
It leads into this sting. Usually, the credits go Peter Capaldi, Jenna Coleman. The credits this week went Jenna Coleman, Peter Capaldi, and then it was her eyes that flash up, not Peter Capaldi's, in the title sequence.
I see.
Okay?
I probably wouldn't have noticed that.
She
anyway,
is taking on... You would have noticed that. It's very noticeable. She is taking on the role of Doctor Who this week.
Interesting. That's a solid change for a gambit that lasts 5 seconds.
Doesn't last 5 seconds.
She gets discovered as not the Doctor almost immediately after this.
She doesn't. It's about like halfway through the episode.
All right, but in terms of like a scene thing, this gambit does not go well for her. It almost immediately fails.
It doesn't fail at all.
If Danny wasn't there, she's dead.
Does she die?
No, because Danny wasn't there. The gambit didn't save her. Danny did save her, though.
The gambit got her to that point. Without the gambit, she would have died instantly.
Well, she's done it. I would have said that this probably would have been better to do a thing like that for the intro in the episode where she is the Doctor, like Flatline, where she takes on the whole episode the role of the Doctor. No,
you're wrong.
What? Explain. Why is that wrong?
Because she's not being the Doctor in Flatline. Here she is. No, she's being like the Doctor in Flatline. Here she is being the Doctor. She's saying, I'm Doctor, but you can call me Clara. She's saying she is the Doctor. I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Kasterborous. I have been married 4 times, all deceased. I have so many grandchildren. I have a daughter via genetic transfer. She's saying she is the Doctor. She's not being like the Doctor, okay?
Right, okay. I still think
she's fully embodying the role.
Fine. I see your point.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm defensive because I didn't see it. So that could be playing a factor.
I'm so disappointed you didn't see it. I should have texted you. Oh, God.
You know to normally text me for some of this because you know I'll be looking down in those credits.
I know, because you're an idiot. You barely even watch the episode, to be honest.
This is not true. This is not true.
It is true. We've established that fact many times on this show.
No, you have claimed that.
How many it's true. How many times have I like, hey, Lawrence, did you see this? And you're like, yeah, sure, man. Yeah,
I'll be honest. I didn't see it. I straight up didn't see it. All right.
As with a lot of things you didn't see.
All right, fine. Add it to the pile. All right.
I
won't apologise. It's the way I watch things. I got my notes.
By not watching them.
Let me out of this. You've stuck me in a corner.
No, I'm going to poke you further. I'm going to push you further into this cage.
I don't want to be here.
Tough.
What's happening after, Nathan? I didn't watch it, so I don't know. What's happening after the sting?
The Doctor and Missy, they're outside St. Paul's, much as they were last week. She's like, hey, look, it's me and my boys, my Cyberman boys. Yeah. We're all going viral. They're taking selfies and everything. That's all good fun. Then they go from outside of St. Paul's Cathedral to a town street in Cardiff. Yes. Just straight up change location mid-scene as unit rock up. So clearly this was filmed on a different day, not in London.
Well, they had St. Paul's permits for like an hour. And they were like, get the main bits and then we'll fuck off.
And I think they had literally one Cyberman and then just doubled it or whatever. Anyway, yeah, they used up all their St. Paul's time, so then they had to just move the shot to a different place entirely. Anyway.
I think it kind of, you can tell, but I think it kind of works. Yeah.
But like... I think if you pay any kind of attention to the background, you can see though. You can see it's clearly not the same place.
I think maybe it's easier because we know St. Paul's. Like, maybe that makes it easier, but still.
I mean, maybe, but like, come on, though.
Yeah. You can tell watching
You
it.
can tell. Yeah. Anyway, like they're taking selfies and shit, and then Osgood rocks up and is like, "Yeah, do you want me to take this selfie for you?" Trick, I've got a gun.
Yes.
I've got a fucking gun. And then Unit will pop up. They're all like, they're putting guns out of prams and shit. They have a baby gun and everything. And
there's a
like,
fake baby, like
there's
a doll.
fake baby. Yeah, there's a gun in a baby or some shit. That's pretty cool. And then they're like, "Hey, we're all gonna shoot you." And then Kate rocks up and just like whacks her dick on the table, and is just like, "Oh, the Cyberman fucking left this behind last time, you cunts, didn't you?
Got one of your heads, you stupid fucking idiots."
Exactly, you stupid fucking cunts. My name's Kate fucking Stewart. Look me up, you pricks.
Oh man, I tell you what, it goes hard, this intro, doesn't it? Like,
it's pretty sick.
Yeah, Kate just literally walks in. Even the way I've always really liked the way that Kate, this is from context for later on in the show, but I like the way that Kate, whenever she's speaking to the Doctor, there's no, because she shows up not as often as the companions, obviously. So when Kate appears, typically it might be with a different Doctor. She just pays no mind to it. Like the ease that she just slides into that conversation. New haircut. And he's like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, and she's like, "Oh, you could have done your roots." Like, just like, that's a new Doctor. Whatever, who cares? I'm moving on. I got stuff to do. I think she's so cool.
It's quite interesting how her. How everyone's timeline with the Doctor. Right, really, when you think about it, the fact that like the fact that the Doctor and River, meeting out of order is such a big thing for the show is quite weird, because really that should be the Doctor with literally fucking everyone. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
true. Yeah.
There is no reason why this cunt who travels about time and space randomly, all right, should be like have this exact parallel timeline with Kate and with Unit and with everyone else. You know, they're like, Kate should have met future Doctors, should have met previous, should be all over the place when it comes to the Doctor and stuff. Yeah. So like, it's quite weird, really.
It's weird. I think in Kate being so nonchalant about it, they kind of do an okay enough job at getting through that kind of thing.
Do you reckon when she met 14, she just thought it was 10?
There's possibility, yeah. You look a bit old, 10, you've had a rough week. You look a bit old.
What's going on there, buddy? Yeah, you change your coat? What's going on?
Yeah, you've got a new coat. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's unfortunately, it's just one of the TV things, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yeah, you can't film this. They can't have gotten Ncuti Gatwa in it 5 years ago to film it.
And I'm sure there's like 7 fucking Big Finish storylines where she's running around with the 8th Doctor and Jackie Tyler, and then she's running around with like the fucking 32nd Doctor or some shit, you know, whatever, right?
It's just one of them things. You've just kind of got to go, sure. But you actually are right. It's 100% correct that, he should be popping up all over the timeline as different people all the time.
It's just one of those things.
What happens next? Osgood's here, obviously, we know that. The Cybermen's brick it, and they fuck off once Unit arrive. Well, we think.
Yeah, so Iron Man was a thing. And then yeah, they were like, what if we made the Cybermen all Iron Men? Right?
It's proper, like, fuck it, rocket boots, isn't it?
Yeah, they fly now?
Yeah, they fly.
That's what my notes say. My notes say they fly now.
It's a good reference.
It's a good reference. But they do fly now. They're like, oh, you got guns? Anyway, see ya.
See ya. We're not ready for this kind of show.
Yeah,
man.
And then they fly off. And then, like, the roof of St. Paul's open up. Bit weird, all right. But all right.
I said it opens up like a Terry's chocolate orange. The way it all peels back in separate little bits, I think. No?
See, I'm a connoisseur of a Terry's chocolate orange, all right?
You don't think it's got these slices too?
I love a Terry's chocolate orange, all right?
Yeah.
No.
But you can't get amongst that one, no?
No.
That one's not for you. What would you say it's akin to, then?
I'll eat a Terry's chocolate orange like an apple.
That's absurd.
I won't. You can't.
Firstly, that would be really difficult.
It would be really difficult to do that. You need some very strong teeth to do that.
You know when people get fucked off for, like, people biting a Kit Kat the wrong way?
What do you mean?
Like, you know when people, like, instead of breaking the Kit Kat, people just bite down on the 2 bits of the Kit Kat as, like, a first bite.
You don't just do that?
No, well, some people do. I don't really care. It's never bothered me. Like, opening a packet of crisps upside down. People are like, what are you doing? I'm like, it's crisps.
Calm down.
Yeah, fucking relax. There's no police about this, all right?
You will be fine, okay?
Oh, it's upside down. Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Are you going to die?
Do you know, I've actually been in a genuine conversation with someone where I've opened a bag of crisps upside down and they've gone, wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? I've gone, literally, I went, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't even know what I'd done for 5 minutes of the conversation. It's fucking, it's a bag of crisps, man. They went, you wouldn't just drink a glass of water by pouring it upside down. I went, no, that's a different thing.
That is a different thing. Don't get me wrong, I don't like it. Like,
sure.
I wouldn't choose to open. If I'm opening a bag of crisps, for some reason I do always check it's the right way up. Yeah. Like, I can't just open it willy-nilly. But if I do accidentally open it upside down, it's not the end of it. I'm not like, no! Yeah. What am I going to do?
I need more crisps. I need to rectify this.
No! And then I just kill myself.
Yeah. But I found it so crazy because this person, like, in a social scenario, was like, as a full-grown adult, was like, what have you done? What have you done? I'm like, you need to get a life, mate.
I've opened some crisps.
Yes, I've opened some, and frankly, you get none of these now. I was going to share with the table and be kind, but no.
Share crisps with the table? How big was this bag of crisps?
You never open up like in a pub. You never open up a bag of crisps.
If I'm getting a bag of crisps in a pub, I'm not sharing those with any cunt. You get like 4 crisps in those.
Yeah,
right?
you do, but this is
you
why
can't be sharing those with a table. I won't even have a crisp for myself.
Everyone, let me have at least a few crisps, and then you can suck in.
Get your own. You got a quid? Go get a fucking bag of crisps.
Oh, a quid for crisps in a pub? That's fucking.
Is that a dream talk?
Days of old now, mate. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Bro hasn't stepped foot in a watering hole in some time, clearly.
I have. I just haven't ordered crisps in a while. Right.
No, the go-to, you get like, let's say there's 4 of you having a local beer. You all go and buy. Someone goes to the table, buys an assortment of 4 bags of crisps. Then you bang all in the middle. Everyone's picking, having a good time. A flavour roulette, you could say.
It's rare that I'll do a crisp in a pub. If I'm going to a pub, I'm more likely to get a meal than a crisp. You know?
Oh, I'm talking like 11 p.m. final beer of the night kind of vibes here.
See, I'm rarely in those kind of scenarios these days.
You've gone home, you've tucked yourself up.
Any later than like 6 p.m. in the pub, and I'm like, what am I doing here?
You're out the door. You've come up with your £1 for some crisps, and they've gone a bit more than that, mate. And you've gone, well, I'm going home then.
What are we doing here then? What's the point?
Don't even get me started on the price of a scampi fry. It's some sort of premium crisp, Nathan. Any kind of special crisp.
I'll take my £1 and I'm going to go straight home. I'll tell you what, I'll take my £1 and I'll go to the local One Stop, all right?
Yes.
And I'll purchase a bag of, like, I don't know, hula hoops or something. And I'll be like, I'll enjoy these.
At the One Stop, you get a grab bag of hula hoops for £1. That's not bad.
Bargain.
What can you buy in a pub for £1? Probably condoms from the toilet, and that's about it.
Yeah, they expired 30 years ago.
Yeah, no one's bought them in 20 fucking years.
I don't think you could buy anything from the pub for £1 these days, really.
Oh, a splash of lime cordial for a lime soda, maybe.
No, but that's going in something though, isn't it? You're not just buying like a splash of lime cordial on its own, are you?
No, yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's going in a drink which is already more expensive.
You don't have to pay for straws, do you? That was going to be a thing for a short while. There was some fear over that. No, yeah, I don't think you can. I think it's null and void, £1 in a pub at this point.
Yeah. Sad to see.
Sad to see the scenes.
The fall of the Great British Pound.
God damn.
Outrageous.
Inflation in real time. That's what we're experiencing.
This is probably foreigners' fault somehow. This is probably the immigrants' fault, I bet.
I agree. Let's go to that very same pub and moan about it all day.
Yeah.
That's what I think is the good thing to do.
Yeah.
All right, so St. Paul's opens up maybe not like a Terry's chocolate orange, you might say.
Oh, that's where we were.
Yeah. Osgood explains that there's 91 major cities, so the Cybermen have all Iron Manned off, right? And essentially they're going to go and every single Cyberman of this 91 collection is going to go and land in a major city, and I guess just slowly turn the entirety of the UK into Cybermen.
Well, the doctor's like, there's maybe 87 of those cunts up there, and Osgood's like, 91 actually. I'm good at. Oh wait, no, sorry, I got this wrong. Let me do that again.
Yeah.
The doctor's trying to count. He's like, I don't know how many there are. Osgood is like, 87 maybe. I think I'm good with numbers or something. And then Missy is like 91, Queen of Evil.
I get like the bold swing. I think that is good with numbers. She eyeballed that from the ground level.
I think it's supposed to be. I don't think they're making fun of it.
Yeah, L on you. You should have counted an extra 4.
No, it's supposed to be good. That's insane. I couldn't do that.
No, I couldn't do it either. And that's why we're not Osgood. That's why we're not.
That's right. Because if we was good,
no, that works. Like that's good.
No. Because if we was Osgood, we wouldn't need to go to this ad break.
Ah, very nice.
We're back from this ad break.
We're still.
What
not
did you
Osgood.
get? Let us know.
I got some condoms from the pub toilet.
That was an ad. That's an ad. Are you looking?
Wrap up your cock.
If you're caught short at the local watering hole, why not check out the...
Is this Prince Charles? Who's this?
It's some actor they paid to do the ad read, all right? And he's like, if you're getting down and dirty in the bathroom of your local Weatherspoons, make sure you put a pound in the old condom machine and get yourself a 30-year expired Johnny. Put it on your penis and go to town. And in 9 months, you can
not have a baby, I guess.
Yeah.
Or do have a, depending on the success rate of these expired condoms.
That's what I'm saying. You'll have the baby.
I think it'd be more akin to like laddie podcasts that have all got their deals. You know, like an off menu with James Acaster, the kind of podcast.
That's a laddie podcast to you?
Maybe not laddie. Like, I mean...
Have you ever listened to James Acaster say anything ever?
I mean, yeah. Have you heard his new special? Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I've seen him live. He's quite cool.
I know you have. Brag. Humble brag.
Yeah. Flexing on him. Yeah. Anyway, the bit for my condom joke has passed. Let's move on.
All right, great. It's good stuff. Anyway, towns.
Cyberman, they're off, and one of them flies up and just fucking explodes.
New York, Paris, Rome, Marrakesh, Brisbane, Glasgow.
That's going on.
Yeah, that's unrelated, but yeah.
Yeah, now a Cyberman flies up and fucking explodes.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, fuck they do that for? One idiot Cyberman.
Yeah, but then it makes like a big cloud or something.
Yeah. And then the rain, Nathan, it falls into the cracks of the earth.
Let the rain fall down and wash away. What's this?
I don't know. I'm just letting you run with it.
You don't know that? What is that?
You don't know that. What do you mean I don't know
fall down. That feels like it's some Disney Channel.
And the rain... it does ring some sort of bell. Sing it a bit more.
Let the rain fall down.
So let the rain fall. I'll be all you need and more. So go and let the rain fall. That's Rihanna.
You're singing fucking Umbrella, you cunt.
I'm singing Umbrella.
Let the rain fall down.
I'll be all you need and more.
Let the rain fall down and wake my dreams. Let it wash away my sanity. 'Cause I wanna feel the thunder, I wanna scream. Let the rain fall down, I'm coming clean.
It was Lizzie McGuire herself.
Fucking hell. Say what you will about some old Disney Channel originals, but they know how to construct a song. That's just true.
I mean, it's not a Disney. It's just Hilary Duff. It's not actually Lizzie McGuire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess good on her then. Good on Hilary Duff.
Yeah.
But you know the vibes. That had a similar vibe. That was a Disney Channel vibe right there. You've seen Starstruck?
No.
Starstruck, camera flashes, cover of magazines. Whoa.
So, Missy, so there's 91 significant areas of population or something, and that's where all the Cybermen have gone to.
That's where they're all gone, yeah.
Yeah. You don't mind, do you?
No, we'll just go. We'll go.
Yeah,
Go on, that's fine.
We got shit to do.
Yeah, that's the plan, basically. And then we're back to Danny on.
No, so it starts raining. It starts raining.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, and then a bunch of cunts who are quite bad actors are like, it's raining on the graveyards.
Oh, yeah,
But
what
only
the
the
hell?
graveyards. Why's it not raining outside the graveyards? That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's only raining up there. Oh.
Whoa. Have you seen it?
I've seen it. I'm right here
fucking
next to
looking
you.
at it, you cunt, man.
We're both looking at the same fucking thing, you moron.
Anyways, but then this rain's like super smart or whatever.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, yeah, I'm only falling in the graveyard, but then I'll go to town or whatever.
Yeah,
Or
I'll weave around through grates.
I'll weave
and shit.
around. I'll run through the streets, and then it like a big puddle goes towards the funeral home or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm gonna get you. And then it goes inside the funeral home, and then there's just some cunt watching. Why is there always a weird cunt just watching TV in a funeral home?
Yeah, there is,
And then
yeah.
he's like, there's the Cybermen are here, but they look different than before, maybe.
Yeah.
And anyway, we're all fucked. We're all fucked.
I'm just letting you go. Like a wind up car. I'll see when you end.
All right. I'll do that on episode. We're all fucked. And then the cunt like finally turns around. Oh, because the dead cunts start knocking on the doors in their little rooms. Not rooms.
You've skipped over so much, by the way.
No, wait, what have I skipped over?
You've missed all of the Missy and the Doctor getting sedated and taken off.
Oh yeah, all that happens. Yeah. All right, well you do that bit.
I'll breeze through it and we'll catch up to the more getting banged on or whatever.
All right.
Yeah, Danny was on Coruscant Hell. The Skins man is like, we're all off home, mate. Basically, it turns out he's been chatting shit and he lets it slip to Danny that they're in a data cloud.
He does immediately go like, hey, I've been lying this entire time.
Yeah.
Basically. Like everything I told you last week, which was like 5 minutes ago for us.
Yeah.
Bullshit. All right.
Yeah.
Just straight up bullshit.
He comes in
basically.
with such a hello.
Hello.
I'm a bullshitter.
Listen up, you and this kid you killed, all right?
Yeah.
I've been lying, all right?
You're Morse code, mate. You're ones and zeros.
Yeah. Anyway, we're all going home, but there's been a bit of an upgrade. Ho, 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 ho. Now, I don't know if you know this, Lawrence.
Oh, here we
okay?
go, yeah.
But when he says there's been a bit of an upgrade, that's actually a reference to Doctor Who. because this... We're already losing our minds.
We should never record the Patreon thing first, because we'd typically be about an hour and a half in by the time we hit this wall.
We're already losing our minds. Oh, it's going to be a fun few weeks. Anyway, yeah, that was a fun Doctor Who.
Yeah, it was a good reference. I think.
Yeah.
It made me think of the show Doctor Who.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it was a
that's-
Cyberman thing.
No, look, the plan was, I kind of like this. I kind of it's dumb and it's silly, but I do kind of like that the plan is to basically take cyber rain it into the ground and pollinate all the dead corpses, and the data cloud just rains them down, and then they go,
Yes.
shit, I've woken up, I've got some form of consciousness, but I'm now a robot man or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it works.
Anyway, then Unit are like, hey, Missy, fuck you. She's tranked, all right?
Yeah.
And then the Doctor's like, no, I need to speak to her. And then they're like, well, is that so? Fuck you too. And then they trank him too.
Yeah.
And he's like, you bastards.
Yeah.
Let me whisper in your ear. Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Let me tell you all the things.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Oscar goes, oh my, what's this?
Doctor, please. I might be a Zygon, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's happening, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, he whispers in her ear, and then she's like, he said, guard the graveyards.
Yeah.
Now, I did let this slip, but it's raining on the graveyards.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
That was just a reference to Doctor Who, though, so I let it go.
Yeah.
You're right. Some guy's watching TV in the morgue, and then I quite like this. He's suddenly. Can you imagine being sat down with your job that's already a bit gross, just in a morgue, and then you put your foot down off your stool, and you're in a gross water puddle.
Yeah, that cannot be good.
Yeah, your first thought there is something's horrendous right now. Something is terrible.
This is outrageous. Either like something has gone horribly wrong, and all the dead bodies have just pissed themselves spontaneously,
or just melted, and this is organs or whatever.
Oh no! Yeah, he's got his Crocs wet as well.
Yeah, I know.
Outrageous.
Bro, tell you what though, comfortable shoes for a shift like this.
Love a croc.
Yeah, what kind of Crocs you repping?
Is there more than one kind?
No.
Okay.
This is so dumb. In my head went like a split second there. I went, well, of course there's two kinds. There's the kind I have and the kind my wife has. And what I was differentiating between there was just my Crocs and her Crocs. Not two forms.
Size.
Yeah. In no way two different forms of Crocs.
I was always very against Crocs. I was like,
Yeah.
they're the worst, ugliest shoe ever. And look, that may be true, all right?
Yeah.
But they're also just like, you get to a certain age and you just start to prioritize comfort over fucking style. And
You start to get it, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, you 100% get it. I'm like, I remember being a young teen man,
Yeah.
and seeing like people at like fucking at like theme parks in Crocs. I'm like, why the fuck would you wear Crocs to a theme park? I'm like, and now I'm like, you want me to walk all day to a theme park? Best believe I'm wearing Crocs, brother. Are you kidding me?
I'm wearing them like exclusively. Yeah.
Exactly. That's insane, man.
I always think as well with Crocs, there's kind of a stigma around Crocs. There's a forced hatred for Crocs.
Yeah.
Like, so many people fall over themselves to tell you that Crocs suck, and I'm like, just fucking get a job, man. Like, Crocs are fucking fine. Completely and utterly fine.
Anyway, on an unrelated note, if you want 25% off a pair of Crocs...
Imagine if that was the ad read. Just say they're fucking fine.
They're not as bad as you think.
And we know they're ugly.
We know they're ugly, but give them a chance.
Unrelated. The code still got legs Crocs in the description or whatever.
Still got Crocs for fucking 5%. 5% on. It adds 5%.
5% adds 5%.
It adds 5% to your bill.
But that's how you prove that you're committed and you want the Crocs.
Exactly, yeah.
And then they'll give you money off.
Sure. Anyway, yeah, so this cunt, he just runs off like a coward, really. But that's fair enough. If the dead started raising, I probably would have run away too.
Yeah, especially if I'm in my Crocs too. Comfy shoes
and
to
if they
run in.
turn into a robot, he's just chilling. He's like, I didn't put a blanket over this fucking robot. What's happening here?
I do kind of want to know. I get that this is a TV show thing, and it's very convenient that these bodies were under sheets.
Yeah.
Right? But I do kind of want to see, if we took the sheets off, what does that look like? Just some naked corpse suddenly just becomes a big metal man or something.
Well, we have seen what happens if you interrupt cyber conversion halfway through, and they get real fucking sexy.
That's true. I wanted to see Danny in his pants, in his cyber pants.
I want to see Danny in the cyber woman outfit.
Oh, with the bra and everything.
with the cyber tits and everything. I want to see the whole thing.
Danny has some exposed midriff.
Oh God! I can't wait till we get to that. It's gonna be so much fun.
I'm picturing Danny in his cyber pants, and there's just one ball that hasn't fit in.
Jesus Christ, man!
Simon from the In-Betweeners style.
Oh God.
So yeah, that's going on. It's Danny. He gets a look at himself in a mirror, and he's like, "Oh, I look shit. I'm a Cyberman now."
This is I think a criticism I have. I think this is a bit too. I think this is a bit too telegraphed and hand-holdy, really.
It absolutely is, yeah.
Yeah, because he also, there's like a piece of paper, and on it, in the biggest fucking handwriting you've ever seen, is known by Danny Pink,
Yes.
it says on the piece of paper, in fucking huge block capital letters. All right. But then he grabs it or whatever. It's like, yeah, I get it. Like,
Yeah, you're Danny, yeah.
I don't think it's needed. I get it's like a kid show or whatever, but like I think it's enough, especially with then what comes after as well.
It sucks all the tension out of what comes next, yeah.
But like not even necessarily that. Like even like with what comes after, I think we have enough there to not need this big giant fucking no in his hand telling us the story. Like him looking in the mirror, touching his face and stuff. I think this is all enough. Really,
Yeah.
I don't think it's needed.
We just got told Danny was going to go and be a Cyberman when the cloud pissed him out or whatever.
Exactly.
And then we see a Cyberman pick up a mirror. Like, that alone is enough to ascertain. Cybermen don't do that. This is clearly someone that goes, oh my God, I'm a Cyberman. And we know that's going to be Danny.
And it's just them going, by the way, it's Danny Pink.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know.
It's
all
just
right?
shy
Like,
of him writing a name badge and putting it over his side.
I am Danny Pink.
Hello, my name is Danny Pink.
Yes. Exactly. He does feel a bit like forced, but whatever.
I get it. Like you said it yourself. It's kids' show, isn't it? They have to get it. Again, even though I really think this would fuck a kid up to watch this specific two-parter. Yeah.
Some of it, anyway. Anyway, there's a big plane.
Yep.
There's a big plane and a big hangar, and they're like, "Hey, we're all gonna get on this plane." And they get the TARDIS on there. They get Missy on there. They get the Doctor on there.
Yeah. Kate has a fantastic line, something to the effect of, your cooperation is needed, but your unreliability is assumed. So that's why they tranked him.
That's pretty fun. Yeah.
One of the few characters that could get away with just tranking the Doctor, and he's like, oh, fucking hell, that was annoying, but whatever, we'll move on.
But he's a loose cannon sometimes, all right?
Yeah.
Sometimes if he's not cooperating, you just gotta fucking just lock him down.
Yeah.
You know?
Trank him and then handcuff him to a gurney. That's what I say.
Yeah. And then he's like, fucking hell, do you think your dad would have done this? And she's like, yeah, we both know he would, dickhead. All right?
Who are you talking to, man?
Brigadier all over. Anyway, Clara's still trapped in St. Paul's. And then they get on board the plane. It's got like a big cabin office or whatever. And then sorry.
What's this?
No, I've just noticed something weird. So I always have a copy of not a copy. I always have the script up. Okay, when I do these. Okay, but the script is not like an official script. It's something that just someone online has transcribed. Okay, and they always include stage directions. Okay, and usually these are actually quite helpful and stuff. Okay,
yeah.
But here they wrote an Indian brackets Pakistani ? Officer salutes the Doctor. Is that relevant?
We've got to speculate, clearly.
Is that at all relevant?
Interesting is the Doctor. Imagine if after the Doctor, white, Scottish.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't think anyone else's race is mentioned at all, but all right. Sure.
Listen, do you know who this guy is? You seen him about?
Have I seen him about?
Down the
we
shops.
got a lunch together.
No, this guy's one of them. He's a face that pops up consistently. in
Oh,
British
I
stuff.
thought you meant the person who writes these scripts. That's what I was like.
It's actually
Yes.
secretly you and your alt.
Yes, I've seen it. He's I'm sure he's done some fucking like Tracy Beaker shit probably.
Yeah.
And like fucking other stuff like that, isn't he?
Tracy Beaker, he was the dad. It's Sanjeev Bhaskar is his name.
Yeah,
And he's in Yesterday as the dad that doesn't listen to the songs.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's like, hang on, we got to get your mum in to listen to these songs.
There's a good scene in it.
It's a
very
great
funny. Yeah.
And where I know him from is a CD-ROM copy I had that I put in the family desktop computer circa 2007 or something. Right?
Okay.
Where he plays a father figure to Gareth Gates in the music video for Gareth Gates' Spirit in the Sky.
Spirit in the Sky, yes.
And someone says, I want to be reincarnated as Gareth's hair gel, is a quote from that.
Yeah.
Not from Sanjeev Bhaskar himself, but just someone in this family.
That is such a good music video, though.
So fucking good.
Well. And then aren't they like, when you go in heaven, don't you mean like Wembley or some shit?
Yes,
there's
exactly
something
right.
like that, isn't there? Yeah. I don't know.
We sometimes like you mentioned this the other day, sometimes we have a generational divide and sometimes we're just bang on. We know exactly what each other mean.
Yeah.
I don't think I could say that to anyone else on the planet that would have understood it so quickly that you did.
That was a very popular cover and song, though.
To be fair, it was. Gareth Gates was a big name for back in the day, I think.
Do you remember when he had a stammer, but then he didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro's putting it on. Getting
Do you
them votes.
think?
No, of course not. No. That'd be wild if he was.
Yeah.
He plays Squidward in the SpongeBob musical now.
Does he?
Yeah. Fun fact: Gareth Gates lists his tour dates. Right. This is a good. I genuinely respect the fucking crack on this. Right?
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Gareth Gates lists his tour dates for like just regular milfs, I guess. I love Gareth. I want to be reincarnated as Gareth's hair gel. Let's book a ticket.
Yeah.
Right? But there are some dates completely undisclosed in different venues, and if you show up to these dates, it won't be a Gareth Gates show. It will be a musical version of the stage show of SpongeBob SquarePants, where Gareth Gates plays Squidward.
That's fucking insane.
Fucking
that is
incredible.
just unlike his regular tour poster. Yeah. Like, and I'll be at Theatre Royale.
But there's no mention of it whatsoever.
That's hilarious.
It's so fucking great.
Anyway, they're on board the plane. They're inside like the little office cabin or whatever. And then the doctor's like, "Where are we going? Are we going to Cloud Base?" In case, like, you mean the Valiant. Good callback. And Osgood said Cloud Base was Thunderbirds, which is good fun. Did you ever like Thunderbirds?
Nah, it weren't my thing.
5, 4.
Thunderbirds was my brother's thing.
I'm not done.
I'm sorry.
Done.
Please do the full countdown.
3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Great.
Love the Thunderbirds.
Hell yeah, man.
They had that movie.
Yeah, didn't see it.
I think it the main kid in the movie like went on to direct The Brutalist. Maybe.
Really?
Is that movie that recently came out?
The Brutalist did come out recently, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was the main kid in Thunderbirds the movie.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
That's what I heard. That might be wrong, but that's what I heard.
Oh, that's very fun. I like that.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Good movie.
That's like fucking Oz Perkins.
Ben Kingsley plays a villain of Asian descent, as Ben Kingsley will often do.
Yes. Ben Kingsley is often innocent from these choices.
Yes, that is true. But,
but he will 100% show up as a man with a bushy beard, you could say.
Yes, yeah. A big Fu Manchu mustache sort of thing.
It's like how they always get fucking Fred SNL in a turban and go, there you go.
Fred SNL. Fred Armiston?
That's it. That's his name. Yeah.
I think Fred Armiston does have like Middle Eastern heritage though, doesn't he?
Yeah, but my God, do they get mileage out of that?
They do, yeah. They do. But Fred Armisten's good though.
Yeah, and of course Ben Kingsley's good. It's
I think Fred Armisen should be given a pass. I think
true.
It's not racist if it's Fred Armisen. All right, it's okay. It's okay when Fred Armisen plays vaguely racist roles.
What's the phrase? Ethnically ambiguous, I believe.
Yeah. What was that character who plays in Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Oh, Melahipnos or something.
Yeah.
And he says there's a silent Clay in his name or something. And he's like, do you K? No, Clay.
So stupid.
Imagine all this with a thick, heavy accent that I'm not prepared to do.
Yeah, I was going to do it, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, wise move, I think.
Yeah.
Fucking President of Earth.
Yeah, so Kate's like, yeah, the president will be here in a second. Oh, the president's on board, and then the doctor's like making a cup of tea, putting like, you see how many sugars that cunt puts in his tea, by the way? He puts like 15 sugars in his tea, first of all. And he's like, hang on, we don't want Americans going around the place. They'll all be praying or something, which is quite fun, first of all. And then Kate's like, no, we have a president of Earth now. We the United Nations all decided whenever there's a big alien incursion like this, we give absolute power to one bloke who'll become president of Earth. And he's like, ha, great, can't wait to be that fucking idiot then, the doctor says. And she's like, yeah, I'm sure you can't, Mr. President.
Yeah. Great little fucking drop, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of fun, yeah.
There is no possible way that every country in the UN would fucking sign off on this.
Especially not America.
No chance.
Well, not America today, anyway. It just wouldn't happen.
I think any of them, to be honest. Any president, any American president, you got an ego. There's a hubris there. Like,
yeah. Do you reckon President... I can't remember his name, but President-elect... from series 3.
Yeah, President-elect Winters.
Oh, was it Winters?
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Since Britain elected an ass, no.
He would have a big problem with it, considering
he'd be
his interactions with Time Lords of old.
I can be master if that is your wish. Or what is it? No, if that is God's will, I can be master.
Of course, it's fucking God's will because he's an American. Yeah.
Hilarious.
I think this is a fun concept. It's silly. It's inherently stupid, but it's fun.
It is quite fun. Yeah, I like it a lot. Yeah, it is very silly, but the fact that the Doctor is president of Earth is just fun in itself, and they do a fun thing with it a little later, which is quite fun. But
interesting. Yeah. What, a little later in this episode, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're back with Clara, who's dropping some more Doctor Who lore to the.
Yes.
This is when she reveals Constellation of Kasterborous, Gallifrey.
I was born on the planet Gallifrey, the constellation of Kasterborous. I'm a Time Lord, but my Prydonian privileges were revoked when I stole a time capsule and ran away. Currently planet in the Type 40 TARDIS, married 4 times, all deceased. My children and grandchildren are missing and I assume dead. I have a non-Gallifreyan daughter created via genetic transfer who's now my wife. How much more do you need? I'm the Doctor.
Yeah.
You missed that last part, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You missed that joke that I put in.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What did you put in?
I said, I have a non-Gallifreyan daughter created via genetic transfer who is now my wife.
Oh, I did actually catch that, but I was thinking maybe I missed that. Maybe that was something like, I don't know if it was a River reference. I couldn't work it out.
No.
Turns out I was bad at comedy.
It was a Georgia Tennant reference.
Now I get it. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Cybermen aren't happy with it.
Now
the
the Biden makes sense.
They're M&Ms, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, she's good. She's good at being the Doctor.
Yeah, the Cybermen are like, you're not the fucking Doctor, mate, all right? We've had enough of this. You're running a stupid fucking game. We'll get to the bottom of this.
She's like, hey, what if I had a name?
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Huh?
Yeah, she does know it. Well, does she know it? Not really, I guess.
Yeah, I think she does. Yeah.
Does she? Okay.
Yeah, I also think this is interesting just because of how much Clara actually knows about the Doctor.
Yes.
I think this is like, that in itself is very interesting. Like, he's telling her all that? Or has she learned that through fucking the whole Impossible Girl thing or whatever? But she knows a lot. Really.
Yes.
She knows a lot about him, which is interesting, fun, sweet, cute.
I like to think that the Doctor has just disclosed this. I don't like to think it's just Clara fell through a hole, a weird Doctor vagina space ball thing. Yeah.
Yes, I like to think when they've been sat at their little desks.
Yeah.
Her doing her marking, him doing his tinkering. He's telling her tales of Jenny and stealing the TARDIS and his children and grandchildren and everything, and she's telling them about Courtney and kids who are cunts and everything else. You know?
I think we could have it both ways. I think they could be, the Doctor could be disclosing this information to Clara really sweetly, and Clara's just humouring him the entire time, like, yeah, I know, I saw it in that fucking space thing I fell into. She's like, yeah, I know. Oh, it's too awkward to tell him now, like, because
no, she likes it when he tells him. It's nice.
No, I know. Yeah, it's very
nice.
cute.
It's very cute.
So another Cyberman enters, Nathan, but this one's a little bit different because he seems a bit sad and melancholy.
And he's holding a big sheet that says, I am Danny Pink as well.
Yes, he is.
Why has he still got that?
I don't know. He just had to hold it.
It's so we know he's Danny Pink. That's why. They should have done that thing where they give him like a scar or a marking or something. You know, like in Star Wars where Finn gets the handprint and fucking Planet of the Apes, they give him a big like fucking scar so we know which one it is. You know.
Yeah.
You gotta mark these cunts, man.
That's the easy way to do it. The defining trait. Just give us one little thing we can point at and go, that's that one.
That's the main one. Yeah. No, I know. Yeah.
But I guess they have done that technically, but just by giving him a badge.
Well, yeah, but like it's stupid, man.
It is dumb, yeah.
It's stupid. Maybe he should have been a pink Cyberman because his name is Danny Pink. It just went wrong somehow. They got confused.
They could handwave that away. Oh, I got confused with the data and all of this. I don't know.
Now I'm pink. Anyway, serving.
Serving looks. They should have done it so it's pink and he's halfway through conversion in his pants.
Oh, he's got that sexy cyber lady outfit on and his pink. Yeah, that would have been. Imagine if that cyber outfit was pink though. That would have been like, what's a girl?
Yeah, it's a girl Cyberman.
What other color is it gonna be? Insane.
So this Cyberman is definitively sure that this is Clara, right?
Yeah.
And Clara's like, you don't know that. I'm just a fucking incredible liar. And I look, I'm not ashamed to say I laughed at this a little bit.
And then the Cyberman went, yes, you are.
No, but he goes, and sadly, solemnly drops his head like, I know.
I know. And then he fucking smacks her. He's just like, I know you're a liar, bitch. Just
Bosh.
fucking backhands her, basically. Oh, a bit weird. There is a fun moment where, like, one of the Cybermen, or I think it's the Danny Cyberman, is like, born 23rd of November 1986, and she's like, yeah, I chose that date. Always liked it. Bit of fun. Doctor Who day.
Because, yeah, you told me last week it's the Doctor Who, also, he's absolutely certain of her birthday this week, isn't he?
Yeah, after she scolded him last week.
With the helps of a data banks in his head, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that definitely helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, then Danny kills all the Cybermen. Cyber Danny kills the Cybermen because whatever. You're not under cyber control. Correct. Boom, 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 boom.
That's cool. I kind of like that, though. I think that's kind of sick.
I like that he waits to kill them and then delivers his cool line afterwards.
Yeah.
Because he may be a Cyberman, but he's still going to do a cool line to the camera.
He still has the concept of, like, I got to smoke these bitches and then fucking say my cool thing.
Yeah. Very fun.
He should have put on cyber sunglasses. He should have said correct, and they went, in the background music that goes, yeah.
What's the background music that goes, yeah?
I'm gonna have to edit it in, right? There's like an 80s thing where it's like it goes,
Is it
yeah.
Is it the NCIS theme?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of this.
This one. That's it. Yeah.
CSI Miami, for anyone who's wondering.
There we go. That's gonna make it easier for me to Google.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, it would have been cooler if he put on his sunnies, I think.
100%. Anyway, back on the plane, the Doctor's getting a chance to talk to Missy. Missy's awake now. She's like, hello, it's me, I'm Missy. And the Doctor's like, how the fuck are you here? How are you still alive? And she basically says that, she basically explains that because he saved Gallifrey, she was also saved as well, basically. Yeah. And Gallifrey's not... Yeah, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. And because... and Gallifrey's not actually lost... It's out there somewhere.
Yeah, which is good confirmation, I guess, for him.
It's confirmation, yeah. It worked, so that's fun.
The Doctor gets to drop the coldest fucking line, where he's just recently found out he's been elected president of Earth. And he says to Missy, you remember how you always wanted to rule the world? Piece of cake.
Yeah.
Oh, the delivery on that.
Well,
I'm like, you sassy little bitch.
Someone calls him over the intercom. He's like, Mr. President, we're ready for you. Then he says, hey, remember I wanted to go to the Earth? And he goes, tell them I'll be on my way. Thank you, Mr. President. Piece of cake, he says.
Oh, man, it's such... Missy actually kind of seems a bit cut by that as well. Like, you fucking prick. I hate you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, and then Doctor speaks to Osgood, and she, like... she's like... the fuck's that? Who is that cunt over there? And the Doctor's like, look, long story. To be honest, you wouldn't even believe me if I told you. And then she just went, I reckon it's the Master. He goes, all right, yeah, fair enough. You got it.
Yeah, fair fucks. Yeah.
Fucking bang on. She says, which is quite fun. We do have files on all our ex-prime ministers. She wasn't even the worst.
Yeah.
Which is bit of fun.
That's very fun. I think a lot of them would be worse.
Thatcher is probably the main one.
Thatcher's definitely the main one.
Thatcher. Obviously Boris Johnson wasn't before the Master.
What was the one that got killed by a lettuce or whatever? Liz Truss?
Liz Truss, yeah.
She has to go down in history as the worst, surely.
I mean, she had like a month as the Prime Minister, and in that time, she killed the Queen, crashed the economy, and managed to have her entire term outlived by a fucking cabbage. So, yeah, has to go down as the worst.
There has to be the worst. Like, she didn't do as objectively horrendous things as some others.
But, come on.
But pathetic, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, she's so fucking cooked, man. She's like a weird fucking like a right-wing American grifter now. Like,
oh, really? That doesn't.
She appears on a lot of like American talk shows, like praising Trump and all this shit now, and saying like we need to abolish like woke and all this fucking nonsense.
Yeah,
man. She's such a fucking head case.
Isn't
she's not. I actually don't think she is. I think she just knows what to play to.
Yes,
basically.
yes, that's what it is. I think so many people confuse. Like, it's just people operating in bad faith. They're not all morons. Some of them are actually kind of fucking switched on to how to keep their name in the fucking spotlight, right? But it is funny how that pipeline only seems to open itself up like the fucking pearly gates to just complete pathetic generational fucking losers. Like,
I mean, anytime like any fucking bloke gets cancelled, what do they swing? What do they hard lean into?
Immediately,
immediately fucking hard lean into that shit because they know they'll be defended and they'll know they'll have a billion audience. Yeah. So
I don't even know if I told you this, right? Some reform cunt knocked on my door the other day.
Oh God.
He literally went, and he was such a fucking prick as well, by the way. I tried to just, like, I don't know this fucking guy, right? I don't like that he's canvassing for reform, but I don't know him. He hasn't wronged me personally. And I went, not today, mate. And he was like, can I ask who you will be voting for? I went, not really your business, fella. Like, I'm in the middle of cooking dinner. And he went, oh, okay. Can I ask why you won't be voting for reform? And I went, because I just fucking disagree with everything, mate. Piss off. Fuck off, mate. Anyway, I shut the door on him after that. I was like, prick. So the doctor.
Anyway, the doctor kind of offers Osgood a place.
Yeah, amazing little fucking thing. Just what did you say? All of time and space. What's that?
Yeah,
just something for your bucket list.
Yeah, bit of fun. I like Osgood as well. She's fun. She's wearing a bow tie, and she's also wearing a pair of Converse as well.
Yes.
Yeah, the red burgundy boots.
This is the definition of a little bit too much, but I'm fine with it.
It's not. In the Day of the Doctor, she was wearing a big Tom Baker scarf. All right, this is toned down from that. Clearly, this is a good amount.
Day of the Doctor, you can give it a pass because it's just a big celebration of the show, I guess. But yeah. Right. So the Doctor's presidential war womb. That was
bloody hell. Yeah. Bro's having a Freudian slip.
Oh no.
Bro's got wombs on the brain.
No, I don't know. The Doctor's presidential war room.
That's not what you said.
No, it's what I said this time. That's all that counts. I've edited it out, Nathan. That's my secret.
He said war womb, everyone.
No. They're watching news reports of the dead coming back to life. And yeah, this kind of cycles through a few things. That happens, and then Clara wakes up in a cemetery. And obviously she's been taken there by Danny Pink. This gets a little bit spooky, this scene, I think.
It does. It gets a little bit spooky in a scene which I very much enjoy for mainly one reason. Yeah. When it does get into that spooky vibe of Clara, you walking through the graveyard, and then there's this whole like mini kind of like Blair Witch-esque sequence where it's like, oh, what was that? Oh, what was that? Oh. And there's a moment where a Cyberman like walks past the camera really quickly and you're like, oh, fuck, what was that? Okay, but from Clara's perspective, that would mean a Cyberman just walked in front of her, just like 3 feet away from her, just casually walked across her, and she somehow didn't notice it, or just got a glimpse of it in a wide open space as well.
See, look, the filmmaking is cool. When you think about it for more than a second, you're like, but even when she turned to like go, what was that? She'd just see him walking off.
Yeah, exactly. It is. It's horror logic. It's like fucking. It's like Halloween, isn't it? Like what does fucking Michael do? Like how does Michael fucking end up? He's only walking, but he never loses sight of it. You know? It's like
oh god,
bullshit logic.
It's dumb, but it works. I'm fine with it because it's cool. Because it is kind of cool. Yeah,
it is cool. Yeah, it's about the vibes, isn't it? It's visually speaking. So yeah.
I also think this is actually, like, speaking of horror vibes, this is kind of a fun. There's just a lot of zombie-esque shots, a lot of Cybermen arms coming out of graves, and whenever a lot of them are leaning up, but they have their arms out, stretched like a zombie would. I think all of that is like, it's very clear what they're going for, and it's just fun. I really kind of like it.
Seeing like cyber hands raising from the graves is definitely quite cool. Yeah, definitely quite cool. Yeah, there was one moment where there was a I think this might be a little bit later, but there was like a Cyberman leaning against a grave, and like it was like an old grave, so like some of the wording was rubbed off, and it obviously was supposed to say beloved wife. Okay, it's like, oh, he leaves behind a beloved wife, or here lies beloved whatever. But it's a beloved wife. But because some of it was rubbed off, for a moment I thought it read loved Wi-Fi. Like that was written on some cunt's grave. Here lies Jeremy. He loved Wi-Fi.
Bro couldn't fucking get enough of it, right?
Exactly.
What was he downloading, upload? We don't know. But he was always
Frankly,
at home.
It's better not to ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro had untapped access.
Yeah.
The fastest speeds. He was always negotiating his new broadband deals.
Anyway, put that on his grave. I love that, I reckon.
Yeah, fucking love Wi-Fi. That's like you have to choose the headstone for a John Doe you never met, right? You as a friendly, nice, charitable person, you pick up the tab for a funeral of just a dead person no one knew, and you're like, I guess he loves Wi-Fi.
Is this a situation you're often in?
Yeah, 100%. No, this does happen. You do get charitable people like pick up a funeral. Yeah, it can happen. Yeah, you
never heard of
a lot of funeral homes they do kind of. Not campaign, that's the wrong phrase, but like a lot of charitable donations to funeral homes will pay for like a John Doe or a Jane Doe's funeral that no one knew.
How long until Mr. Beast opens a chain of funeral homes?
100%, yeah.
Mr. Beast's funeral home.
Beastables or something.
Beastables.
Deadstables.
I paid for 1,000 funerals or something. I stole 1,000 dead people.
Yeah. You have to stay in this room until you die, and if you do, I'll pay for your funeral.
Oh, good on him.
I used to think Mr. Beast was like a bit like. I used to think there was some wiggle room there. I now fully believe there is no wiggle room there, and he's the Antichrist.
That man's fully insane.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think. I think it takes a certain mindset for a person whose entire like fucking career is built off dance for me, poor person.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a little bit icky, and I do understand it when there are people like there's always people at the end of the videos to kind of emotionally manipulate people, being like, thanks, Mr. Beast, now I can see again. And I'm like, I'm happy for that individual person that can now see because of Mr. Beast.
Now I can go to college, Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, the thing that icks me out is I'm happy they can go to college. I'm not a fan of the fact that a producer went, dab their eyes with some fake tears a second, point a camera at them, and now say, thank you, Mr. Beast, for my college money.
Yeah, 100%.
That part feels a bit gross, but yeah.
Oh, anyway, good on you, Mr. Beast. Can I have a house?
Yeah, while you're at it.
Yeah.
I gave two people that mocked me on a podcast a house.
Yeah. Either a house or like $500,000, whatever is easiest. I'll take it. I'll take £500,000 actually, not the dollars. I'll take the pounds.
No, the conversion rate wouldn't fuck you too.
Yeah, but I'd rather have £500,000 than $500,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting confused.
Someone check the maths on this.
$500,000 would be like £350,000, maybe.
Sure.
No, it would. Yes.
What do you reckon Mr. Beast can buy in a pub for $5,000?
Mr. Beast could buy the pub.
Yes.
He could just buy the pub. That's what he could do.
I bought this pub.
I bought 7 pubs.
We haven't wrote out the next line yet. We don't know why we bought pubs, but we got them.
We bought some pubs. Okay.
We've got pubs.
Maybe we'll shoot them with tanks or some shit. I don't know.
Maybe we'll make crisps £1 again. Who knows?
We'll make Mr. Crispables or whatever.
Mr.
Whatever he's doing. Yeah.
I filled this pub with crispables.
I filled a pub with crisps and let like 3 orphans loose in there. Whoever eats all the crisps first gets £1 million and adopted or whatever. I don't know.
You know that scene?
And also they get laser eye surgery thrown in as well.
We threw that one in.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I think about Mr. Beast videos? You know in that scene in The Dark Knight where there's 3 gangsters and the Joker snaps a fucking pool cue in half and goes, whichever one's left gets to join us or whatever.
We're gonna have trials.
That's what I think of Mr. Beast videos.
Yeah.
Like, poor people, yeah?
Yeah.
Last one standing gets a quid.
Fight to the death.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, we should do some Doctor Who, I reckon.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so, anyway, the fucking... I know where we are. That's for a fact.
I also know where we are. Look at us, two men who know where we are.
Oh, the Doctor says that Missy has a TARDIS somewhere, so she could have been doing this for fucking yonks.
Oh, yeah, because she's been going up and down his timeline, hasn't she? She's taken people out of time as well as whatever. So, yeah, she's got a TARDIS.
Yeah.
I think there is... I saw it either today or yesterday, in fact, funnily enough. Like a picture of the interior of her TARDIS.
Of Missy's TARDIS?
Yeah. I don't know where it's from, but it looks nice.
Describe the vibes.
Not dissimilar from the TARDIS of this era, really.
Okay.
But a bit more like purple, really. A bit purple and stuff, and had some fun decorations and stuff.
Just the pictures of like dead cats or something. Dead
No,
dogs.
no pictures of dead cats or dogs. No. Anyway, yes. The Doctor's like, well, it all makes sense. She creates like a fucking conspiracy among the super rich, get them all paranoid about death and shit, and then sells this to them so she can make Cybermen. So yeah.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Sure, why not? Then Missy wants to have a word with Osgood.
Yeah, she says, "Hey, Missy, you're so fine." Great scene. I love
You're so
Michelle
fine, you blow
Gomez
my
in
mind.
this
Hey,
scene
Missy.
specifically, I think. Right.
I mean, she's very good. Yeah.
She's very good. This is like one of them great scenes where it's chilling. You see that Missy is having, or Michelle Gomez specifically, is having so much fun playing Missy.
Yes.
But then when Osgood does get close, mate, the chilling line of, like, I'm going to kill you. Like, oh, why? Why does one pop a balloon? Because they're pretty. Like, that's, like, you immediately get, like, you can immediately see the logic in that. But to find actual reason to do it, you would have to be batshit insane. And I think that's great writing.
I think so too. I think she really is chilling. Michelle Gomez really strikes a good balance of playing like absolutely batshit insane, hilarious, and fucking terrifying at the same time. She really does manage to get like a good fucking mix on that and does a really good job at it.
And I think I loved, we spoke about this a tiny bit with like even Derek Jacobi and John Sim as well, right? What I think the show's really good at doing is finding the right master for the Doctor that they're with.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Missy is a perfect master of Capaldi in the same way that Sim is a perfect master for David Tennant, and in the same vein that Derek Jacobi would have been a phenomenal master, definitely not for the 10th Doctor.
No.
Like, I think they really pair this quite. The casting of Michelle Gomez, what I'm getting at, is incredible. A great choice.
Very good. I think it's also really good how as well, just from like the filmmaking of it, or the shot where like she does the reveal of the handcuffs, and she's put the handcuffs in Osgood's pocket, and she pulls them out, and she's like, oh, they're not mine, and she's like, oh, fucking hell, and she pulls the lipstick out, and it's like, well, then they must be mine. And then it's a shot of Osgood, but then Missy just appears behind her, like stepping into frame behind her.
Yeah.
So good. Really well done.
It's so good. It's terrifying. Even just before that, with like would a countdown help?
Yeah.
And Osgood's like, no, and she's like, 5. And you're like, this is terrifying.
Yeah. And then Osgood's pretending not to be scared, but then the second Missy misses a number and skips forward. She's like, wait, why'd you skip forward? Why'd you skip forward? Yeah. Very good stuff.
It's so
Poor
so
Osgood.
good. Yeah.
Poor Osgood. She gets got.
She gets got.
Does
this
dusted. Don't ask me any questions.
I'm not going to ask you any questions, but I'm
stop then. Stop. Stop. Because I know what you're going to ask me. Just so don't.
Okay.
All right? Don't put me in that position. All right?
All right.
Don't ask me any questions.
Kate tells the Doctor that the Brigadier had a secret mission his whole life, which was to get the Doctor to pop a salute to him.
Should have just asked.
Yeah, and technically, what I will say later on, that doesn't actually happen, right?
Why doesn't it?
Because Brigadier waited his whole life for the Doctor to salute him.
Oh, okay. Fucking technicality, you stupid cunt. All right.
I'm just saying.
No, fuck you, man. No one likes that guy. All right.
There's a Cyberman at the window, Nathan.
The window.
To the wall.
To the walls.
To the sweat drips down cyber balls.
Great, good stuff.
Out of
Yes.
Danny's pants.
Come on now. There is a Cyberman at the window.
Yeah.
It's outside. It's like, hey, I'm a Cyberman. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's all
It's
kicking
not
off.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good.
This is the part of the episode I think falls into a bit of like a come on.
I think you're wrong.
I think I'm right, and I think there's a part of you that agrees because we've both lost wind talking about this section of the episode. I think.
No, you've lost wind. I'm ready to go, mate.
I've got loads of wind, man. Catch me fine.
Okay, great. Fucking hell. Anyway, yeah, there's all Cybermen. That dude is like, what could one Cyberman do to a plane? And then the camera pulls back and you see all 50 fucking Iron Man Cybers fucking flying and chasing the plane and stuff. So that's a bit of a bad day for them.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that this plane is fucking going down. Like, they're just kind of. I kind of like their goal here is not to like necessarily kill anyone. It's just to kind of like rip shit off the plane until it fucks up.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, the Doctor has noticed Missy is free. She's like not in a little chair anymore, so he's gone down to investigate. He stumbles upon the pile of dust that is now Osgood and her little glasses. Pretty sad. Not good. Not Osgood.
Definitely not Osbad.
Osbad indeed, yes. This is a moment where I'm like, oh, now that's chilling from Missy. It's just the moment where she's like, have you got any more friends that I can play with? As she's just like moving her hands like almost doll-like fashion, and it's so creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I thought it was kind of like puppeteery. Like,
yes, 100%. Yeah,
it's mate, she's genuinely scary. Like,
genuinely terrifying.
Yeah, in a way that, like, again, not to keep bringing it back up, right? But like, John Sim had a menace to him, but I was never scared. I was entertained, and I thought, that's a mad motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
But I was never like genuinely kind of chilled by him.
Yeah, 100%. But Missy, she definitely gives off that scary vibe.
100%. Just cuts straight through and makes you kind of you. What's that expression? Makes something go cold. Makes your blood run cold.
Makes your blood run cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blood's running cold.
Come on, man. Clara's found Danny.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, did you bring me here? And he's like, no, I'm Danny.
Danny, yeah. Well, before he gives away that he is in fact Danny.
Yeah. Has he still got
He
that
also
piece of
did
paper?
bring her there, by the way.
He did, yeah. He did. Has he still got that piece of paper?
Yeah, he's probably.
I think, yeah,
he's
he's still clutching that big fucking sheet that says,
just in case there's anyone that doesn't know yet.
hello, it's me, Danny.
Clara goes, are you Danny? And he holds up the paper and goes, yeah, obviously. It doesn't work, so he pulls out his mirror.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. And she's like, hey, I fucking love the Doctor, all right? And I'm never going to give him up, all right? Yeah. So fuck you, you prick. And then he just pulls off his face, his cyber face, to reveal his real face, which is gross and mangled.
Mouldy and dead and fucked up.
He's not mouldy.
But he's a bit crispy, you know? You can tell he's a bit crusty.
Yeah, because he's got fucking cyber pieces fucking poking through his skin, man.
I tell you what, the design of this is grotesquely good, I think.
It's good. It looks good.
Yeah, like the kind of like the pulling back of the skin a little bit. Can you imagine how uncomfortable that was for poor Samuel Not French?
I don't think it would have been that uncomfortable at all, because it's clearly not actually your skin they're pulling back. It's clearly just a fucking graft, you idiot.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, the important thing is...
You think they'd really just fucking peel his skin back like that?
Shut up!
You're a smart man, all right? Sometimes the shit you say baffles me.
Yeah, fair.
I think sometimes you just need to think a little bit more about what you're going to say before you say it.
I'm a passionate man.
I know you are. But this has got you into trouble before.
I know.
Okay.
I like to delve in too quick, apparently.
Well done, all right.
No more delving for me.
Nah, good on you.
So Danny wants his emotion off. He's like, turn my emotion off. I'm a vampire in the Vampire Diaries.
Oh, great. That's a great joke.
That's one for you, Catherine.
Yeah.
She'll get it. She'll be chortling Nathan. And if she's
I'm
not,
sure she will.
then I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll love it.
But yeah, no, Danny wants his emotions off. He's like, there's a little button in my cyber badge or whatever.
My cyber heart.
If you peel back my sticker that says, hello, I'm Danny Pink, you'll see a switch.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's like, Clara, can you just fucking switch this off? And we don't see
Yeah.
what Clara says because we cut away.
We do. We go back to Missy and the Doctor. A great moment here where Missy's like, she's just kind of like poking fun and like, hoo, ask me what I'm doing, and the Doctor just goes, shut up. He just screams, he's had enough.
Yeah.
He just yells, and then Missy does this kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
face, like, well, excuse me, sort of face, which is so much fun.
I love that one. Yeah, because you're absolutely right. It is. The Doctor is just like, enough of this.
Yeah.
Fucking stop. Oh my
It's so much fun. Yeah. Anyway, then she's like monologuing and just like explaining context and shit. And then and then she's like, is that the phone ringing? Clara's calling or whatever.
This is she's the woman. Who did I say?
Yeah.
Who was my guess? Was it River?
Initially, you guessed River. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. Dead.
Stupid. Yes. How do you feel?
Like a doofus, Nathan.
Yes. We see 11 for a little moment.
Yeah, bit of fun.
That was nice. Nice little flashback to the bells of St. John. Goated episode. Where he's in his little monk robes. So that was fun. But yes, so Missy kind of orchestrated putting Clara and the Doctor together. She said like, the control freak and the man who can never be controlled or whatever, she'd ask you to go to you'd go to hell and back for her, and she'd ask you or whatever she said, something like that.
It's the master plan revealing itself. It's like it's clear that, and I kind of like this because the seeds have been sown since there. It's always a bit awkward when suddenly in the third act a character's like, this was my plan all along, when it clearly wasn't from the writer's perspective.
But this could be. This does. Yeah. There's nothing about this which seems like it was tacked on.
No,
really.
I think it works entirely because they have been teasing as a mini subplot all throughout 7. They've been teasing this, or all throughout 7B anyway. They've been teasing this mystery woman from the shop.
Yeah.
I really do fucking. I like that it all comes together. That it was her. I really like. Is this the part where she goes, "Heal, Doctor"?
Yes.
Said as a man who is 100% certain that was when it happened. I love it when you do that. You're mid yes and you're still stalling for time to figure it out.
I think you will find, Lawrence, that this might be a time where she says that in fact I've missed it, I don't know.
That was incredibly frustrating for peek behind the curtain. We've just been having some lag issues, so to hear Nathan talk so slowly intentionally was very frustrating for me.
I cannot find this moment because Clara calls.
Yes,
because that's what happened. Clara calls. And then she's like, "Hey, Danny's a Cyberman, and I'm gonna kill him, or whatever, or I'm gonna make him a Cyberman."
Yeah.
And then Doctor's like, "Don't do that, you fucking idiot. It'll be a Cyberman."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, I know, but that's what he wants. Don't ask me."
Yeah, he'll straight up shoot you. Don't turn him into a real Cyberman instead of a like half dead Danny Cyberman or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, she basically gets mad at him and tells him to like fucking use the TARDIS to home in on this call. Fuck you, and then throws her phone away.
Yeah,
basically.
Bit more of impulsive Clara, just kind of doing whatever the fuck she wants. I quite enjoy that.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think she's doing what she wants, really. I think she's doing what Danny wants.
Oh yeah, no, I mean more in the sense that like she's like, I'm not listening to you. Like la la, fingers in my ears. Yeah, it's not. This is hardly her day out, her dream date, is it?
Yeah, I don't think she's rooting for this scenario, really. Anyway, Kate shows up.
Yes.
And then Missy's like, what if you died?
Yes.
And then and then like the door blows up and Kate just falls out of the plane. So that's not great, really.
Yeah. Would have been a lot more effective if I hadn't seen later episodes of Doctor Who, if I'm honest.
That is fair. That is fair, yeah. But, it's a bit of tension.
It's still cool, because it does lead you to the immediate question, which is, well, look, people, spoilers, I know she's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but how is she fine now? Because she got thrown out of a plane.
She could be a robot in the future.
She could be a robot in the future. And I do have questions. I do have some questions about how she survived this fall. I know it's answered explicitly.
It's quite answered.
But I have questions.
All right, we'll get to them. Yes. Yes, the plane's blowing up. Everyone's like, we're all fucked, basically. There's no survivors from this plane crash, basically. The plane just fully blows up. Missy's like, hey, when Kate falls out of the plane, she's like, come on, don't be selfish. I'm going to miss her too. And then she's like, actually, you know what? You're being rude, so I'm going to leave, actually, Doctor. And then she's like, boys, talking to the Cyberman, blow up this plane in Belgium. Yeah, kill some Belgians. They're not even French, she says. Just more of that just insane acting, which is quite fun.
She's so scatterbrained. Like,
yeah.
That's what the Doctor's so good at doing. I don't think we've ever we've had a master that goes on a bit and a sinister evil master. But I like that this is kind of, at least in New Who, the first time the master has seemed as scatterbrained and as 100 miles a minute like the Doctor's brain is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, which I think is awesome.
A good counterpart, I think.
Definitely, yeah. Especially because typically 12 is more... He's fast and quick, but he's typically a lot more reserved than other Doctors.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So it's good to see this energy still be there. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, Missy... the Doctor fucking has to fall out of the plane as well. That's happening.
Plane blows up. Doctor's falling out of the plane, presumably to his death. Mm-hmm. But then he gets to pull a big James Bond stunt.
This is... Right,
you don't like this James Bond stunt?
No. Here's the thing, and I want to talk to you about this, right?
Okay.
Specifically, you about this, right?
Okay, all right.
I like this, right? Because this is up my Doctor Who alley. This is dumb, camp, cheesy, stupid, nonsensical, like just silly, right?
Yeah.
And I maintain the opinion that if this happened in RTD1, you would be laughing at it for its dumbness.
I don't think I would.
All right. Okay. Sure. Okay.
I don't think I would. If it's good, then I would. Why would I laugh at this if it was in RTD1?
I think it's more the fact that he brandishes a key and suddenly that's like the TARDIS will just he'll fly off to the TARDIS with his key outstretched. Like it seems
he's just getting ready. He's not flying off to the TARDIS with his key. Right.
No, but you have to.
He's just
I know
getting ready to put it in the door. Right?
I know, but they submerge him in clouds, which is good because if we were to see what had happened, he would have had to have landed on this TARDIS and gone, open the door, run in, got to the console, right, and started flying off. I just think, right, and I am not mocking it. I think this is cool. It's an awesome moment, genuinely.
I do too. I think it's great.
Yeah, but I have the opinion that if this was the 10th Doctor doing this, you'd find a way to make fun of it somehow.
Why? I don't think I would, because I like the 10th Doctor piloting that big ship in End of Time Part 2. That's dumb and fun. With the missiles and stuff. I like that.
What was your thoughts on him falling out of that ship, though?
Didn't like that. But that's not dumb and fun, though.
It is similar to the Doctor just falling out of through sky.
No, it's not, though. It's different. It's different because he's got a gun in his hand first of all.
Yes, that does look stupid. Yeah, and
he crashes through he falls like 100 feet and just literally crashes through a glass roof and hits the ground.
He should pancake.
He should be dead. All right. That's why I don't like it.
All right.
They give him fucking invincible strength for no reason. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm almost certain we probably already did this riff when we did the episode, but there is a world where he should have just fucking cracked like an egg and then his puddle started regenerating.
I think regeneration will be too late at that point.
He's out the window.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening.
Wilf is trying to scoop him up into a bucket or something, put him to the side, hope he starts glowing.
Yeah, no, that won't happen. Anyway, yeah, the headmaster from Skins is like fangirling, watching the Doctor. He's like, ooh, permission to squee. He says before Missy shoots him. Yeah, that's a bit of fun.
It's a bit of fun. I do like she's just criticizing his fucking finesse. Right?
Yeah,
he's not a dramatic fucking crazy bitch like me. Like this guy sucks. But
it is a very cool moment. I do love the moment the TARDIS emerges from the clouds.
Yeah,
though. That big triumphant moment as we see the TARDIS fly up. It looks good.
It does actually look good. I always like it because they happen rarely these days where we see an in-flight TARDIS.
Yeah,
we spoke about this in Flatline, just seeing the TARDIS just absolutely fucking cunt that person into a force field or whatever.
Yeah,
when it snaps back in. But yeah, I always like to see an exterior TARDIS flying around.
Me too.
Yeah,
it looks good.
It always looks cool. Well, it doesn't always look cool. Sometimes it looks terrible, but
yeah, sometimes it looks like shit. Yeah. But like sometimes it looks good.
Yeah,
and this is one of them.
This is one of those times. Yeah.
Yay! Anyway, so Doctor lands in the graveyard. Is like, Clara, oh, by the way, all the scenes in the graveyard, they're like, hey, it's supposed to be raining and stormy here because of the rain and storm, but we accidentally shot this on the sunniest day in Wales ever, where it is clearly like we're going through some fucking heat wave or some shit. Yeah. So we'll just put a filter on post. Don't worry about it. All right.
It does feel very just like generic washed out, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So yeah, the Doctor lands in the graveyard, and Danny assures the Doctor, like, she can turn me off. I'm not going to hurt Clara, right?
Yeah. I'm like, all right, well, maybe let's not put all our eggs in that basket.
Yeah, it's a bold claim on his part, I think.
No, actually, I won't kill her because I love her.
Yeah, actually. I love her loads, and I'm definitely still going to feel that love when you turn my love abilities off.
All right, look, while that worked for a man who was a bomb built by Daleks, all right, I don't think we can count on that every single time, okay? But to be fair, it fucking worked again. So what do I know?
And he didn't even have his Paisley girl, Nathan.
No. And he didn't have his robot abs. Oh, but does he have robot abs? Kind of has robot abs, I guess.
Cybermen, do they have robot abs?
They got those lines. They got those flaps, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm on about.
No, I'm sure they've got cyber flaps. That's what we know.
You're just agreeing. Anyway...
I tell you what, I really fucking... The Doctor gets close enough for Danny to speak to him and say, like, Clara's going to be fine, I'll be fine, right? Yeah. And just the look on Peter Capaldi's face, it's a tiny little gasp he lets out when he sees Danny all disfigured and fucking gross. Like, it's rare for the Doctor to be taken aback by this, but that is grim. That is a grim sight to see.
100%. Yeah.
So I do like that they take a moment to have the Doctor kind of have that reaction to it.
Yeah. 100%. And then he's telling him about basically the Master and their relationship and stuff, and how, they ran together when they was little, and now they're like fucking, there are all these odds and shit, but basically pain is a gift, and that's we can't feel the hurt we inflict, so like, hey, this is all okay, actually, and you love her, so everything will be fine. Yeah. And then I don't like this moment.
You don't like that? Okay, interesting.
No, I don't like the what happens next moment.
Which is what, Danny kind of scoffing at the Doctor over this?
Yeah, the whole Clara watch this moment sort of thing.
See, I like this. We've always disagreed on this.
Let's get into it again. Let's get into it.
Right. Speaking at it strictly from like Danny's perspective, right? I think it works essentially because, the show is in his favor here. It does happen. Literally, the second that there is the slightest glimpse that 12 could get something out of Danny, he just immediately, that speech of his, that beautiful speech that he just said, it goes out, it flies completely out the fucking window, and you can see on the Doctor's face, he's like, "You're fucking right. I could use this."
What is 12 doing?
With what?
Just in general.
Saving the day, I guess.
Yeah. Everyone on Earth. He's trying to save everyone on Earth. Yeah. And he's presented with a way to do that.
I'm not disagreeing with you, right?
I just think fucking this is just another example of Danny just trying to put himself between the Doctor and Clara's relationship and just trying to put obstacles in its way, and he's trying to just he's trying to destroy the relationship. Basically, he's like, "Hey, Clara, this person you're friends with and everything like this is actually a prick, and I'm going to show you why."
I will say, speaking to your point, I could have done without the line of "Take a look at who this guy is, Clara." I think if it came from more of a place of Danny has a personal problem with the Doctor because of his experience with generals and people that give the orders to soldiers, right? But yeah, I do see exactly what you're saying, because it's more presented as, Clara, fucking have a look at this, see who this bloke really is, kind of thing, which it doesn't need to be. There's not really a point to be proven. You're not going to win the day, mate. You're dead.
There's no point to be proven, really, because the Doctor is trying to save literally everyone on Earth. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Like, you drew the short straw, mate.
Yeah, you're right. Like, no one is cool with the position you're in. It's fucked.
Yeah, it is fucked. But fucking hell, mate, you drew the short straw. Sorry. Yeah. Fucking suck it up, you know. Yeah.
I will say on your opinions with Danny, I think this is the most 1-to-1 we've been on it. I still like the moment because I think from a Danny perspective, it's good to see him, like, he's bitter. He is bitter about this.
He is bitter, but I don't like that. It just feels unnecessary to me. It just feels like this is why I don't like Danny. This is the reason for it. It's just yet another attempt at trying to put a wedge between the Doctor and Clara for petty reasons, really.
Which I would say is a futile effort in his part, because again, you will be dead in 5 seconds.
you 100%. It's not going to work out for you, mate.
Yeah. Unless Clara's into corpses, mate, you're shit out of luck.
And then that fucking, when, like, Clara is going to be the one who does it, and he's like, yeah, I got to keep those hands clean, he says. Like, unnecessary. Like,
I like that, if I'm honest.
Of course you do. You love fucking Danny Pink. He's your best mate. Why don't you do a podcast with him?
Yeah, I'm cool. He's dead, so...
Yeah.
Look, I just think, like, I think it's a good moment for the Doctor to reflect on his season 8 arc as a whole. The whole, like, am I a good man thing coming into play. And even I like that Danny calls the Doctor on his shit, letting Clara do the dough. Like, gotta keep those hands clean. That is true. The Doctor does. Like, I think
the Doctor would do this himself. The Doctor would 100% do this himself. There's no way he wouldn't. He's just, if anything, he's been kind. This is fucking Candy's dog. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
It is. This is 100% what it is. It's he's letting Clara do this because she loves Danny. He's letting her be the one to end it for him. It's an act of kindness.
Yeah, I look. I see where you're coming from. I like it.
Do you know what Candy's dog means?
Yeah, of my cement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, so
fuck you. I was in bottom say English. I know this.
All right.
I like the I like it from Danny's perspective. I like that Danny is bitter and jaded about this, and I do see what you're saying. It does feel kind of pointed, unnecessarily so, at the Doctor and Clara in this moment. I'll agree with.
He's trying to save the Earth, man. He's trying to save everyone on Earth, and he's like, "Yeah, you fucking prick. Yeah, you try to save everyone on Earth. No, knobhead."
No, I think that's bad faith. I think, right? I think what's going on in Danny's head is not he's trying to save everyone on Earth, right?
Well, then he's an idiot.
No, he says you're a hypocrite. All of this pain is a gift nonsense, right? It does go out the window the second you can fucking exploit it. It like and the doctor has a fucking face like a slapped ass because it's true. It's 100% right. He will throw out a beautiful speech and then immediately contradict it because he sees a clear way out. And I understand that sucks for Danny and is great for the world, but Danny's not wrong in the sense that he goes, you just fucking speak, and sometimes it means nothing.
We kind of know that, though.
We do, but it's news to Danny. He's figuring this out and goes, actually, I fucking hate that about you. Because remember, his entire soldier's career, he's probably dealt with disingenuous people like this that spur on the troops, but don't give a fuck about how many men die on their watch. Like,
all right, but that's not the Doctor, though. that's not the Doctor. Yes, the Doctor can use words in a disingenuous way, but I don't think he he uses them in that effect. When I say like, yeah, we know this about the Doctor. We know like the Doctor sometimes will say things which aren't like whatever, like necessarily true or whatever. I'm thinking about times like from A Good Man Goes to War, where he's talking to that soldier who fought and who, you know, she met him in the forest when they were younger and they ran together and stuff, and he's like, and she's like, oh, you probably don't remember. And he's like, of course I do, we ran together, didn't we? He's bullshit. He doesn't have a fucking clue who she is, all right? But he's not going to say that. He's being kind. He's just he's pretending to be kind, basically. That's what I think of.
Okay, see, I think we are coming at it from different perspectives, but I also think that's kind of cool.
I'm coming at it from the right perspective.
Okay, all right. Well, I didn't know that. Well, if I knew that and no one told me, all right?
Well...
Fuck, I guess I'm wrong.
I guess so.
What's happening next? Danny and Clara get to have what doesn't end up being their lovely heartfelt goodbye. I do love Clara's line, I wasn't very good at it, but I did love you.
I like that too.
Yeah. Just a nice bit of emotional honesty from Clara, who has been concealing and kind of refusing to be vulnerable at points with Danny.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
And then evil Mary Poppins shows up.
Great. Fucking amazing, right?
So good.
So good. And like throughout the whole season, you've been like, she's kind of got a Mary Poppins vibe, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Like the umbrella and the outfit sort of thing. And then they just fully lean into it in this moment.
You were right, by the way. You did detect this. Yeah.
Very cool. Very fun.
I really like that. We kind of got a little a whiff of this a bit earlier on, but we breezed past it a little bit because we were probably doing fun riffs instead.
Probably.
But I kind of like that Missy gives the army to the Doctor, right?
Yeah.
And then makes pretty much the fantastic point that the Doctor always just cuts about doing whatever he thinks is right and good. And if he really truly believes that his righteousness is the moral definitive good, then fucking enforce it with an army. Back yourself up. I like this because it's an interesting point for Missy specifically to make, because Missy has spent her entire life feeling like the Doctor believes he's genuinely better than her as an individual.
Yeah.
And also, what a beautiful way to really harken home fucking Danny's point about, like, let's see what you do with an army, who's referred to him as the general fucking all season, and an officer and all of this stuff. It's a fun way to visualize this in a final scene. I think a lot of arcs coincide in a really interesting place in this bit. You don't agree?
I agree that yes, it's interesting, and yes, they come together in an interesting place. I don't necessarily agree that it's like that Missy is proving Danny's point here or anything like that, because like the Doctor's not taking this army. There's no world in which like Missy like kind of has a point with like what she's saying in terms of like, oh yeah, all those Dalek prison camps, you could wipe them out in seconds. You could do so much good. You could do everything like this. You could end every war ever. All right, but then he'd be leading a fucking genocidal army, which he's not going to do.
Yeah,
sure, you can get world peace if you destroy the world. All right,
super effective.
But you've destroyed the world, all right? He's not going to do it. Like,
no, I think maybe harkening the point was maybe the wrong way of phrasing. I kind of meant from a writing perspective, it's interesting to see these plot points, right, and these views that other people have of the Doctor coincide in a way that could pair with one another. Like, I think it's just good writing for Missy to be like, if you're so good, fucking prove it. And Danny to go, oh, someone's brought him an army. Let's see what he fucking does with it. Like, let's have my point proven right. And yeah, you're absolutely right. The Doctor isn't taking it because it's clear that he wouldn't.
And he gives up the army immediately. Immediately gives up the army. He's not taking it. So, like, really, he didn't prove any point.
Yeah, which I kind of I like it from Missy's perspective, because Missy has literally done this, right, as John Sims' master, an army of fucking dead humans to wipe out whatever force she wanted to with the Toclophane.
Yeah.
Like, she's literally, like, I like it from her perspective. She's literally going, just do it. You know that this would be easy to do. So just do it. She really desperately wants to believe that the Doctor can be as fucking cruel as her, I think.
She even says she wants him to know that they're not that different, really.
Yeah.
That they're essentially the same. And also, it's his birthday.
Yeah, crazy, right?
How? What calendar are you going by there, Missy? All right, I need to know that. All right,
yeah.
That again, this time travel thing, like, is it his birthday to you but not to him, or what? I need the exact fucking calendar that they're going by for this.
Yeah, because there's no way they're all there coinciding on the same day for them each.
No.
Yeah.
Is it like I don't know, March the 20th, the Doctor's birthday?
I think they have to go by the planet, the date that they're on the planet.
But all right, but you're going to 7 different planets in a day, mate.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah, it's true.
Like, come on. What I think the TARDIS needs to have like a set calendar, you know. Yeah. Like, the TARDIS needs to have like a set calendar so they can travel about throughout time, but like however long it's been for them and for the TARDIS, etc. Like, that's, you know, it's like it's been 24 hours since yesterday, so now it's this date on the TARDIS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
I do. It needs like a set calendar.
Yeah, they need to. They need to have some clarity, because I think we said this when Amy and Rory were running about as well. Like, they just can't keep up. There's no way you could keep up. The human mind can't comprehend how long you've been away for on the TARDIS. Like,
100%.
Yeah. So call me when they. This is your goated TARDIS design. Not even a calendar in sight, Nathan.
First of all, do you have a calendar in your home? Do you have a physical calendar?
What, in my house?
In your house?
We did last year. We don't this year. No.
So no is the
answer.
No
is the answer. Yes, but I wanted to get a little thing in there.
All right, but no is the answer.
You have one. I know there's one on your desk, a little paper one, right?
I do have a little paper one. I once again have not updated it for a week.
What is it now? What does it say?
It currently says Saturday/Sunday 15/16, which was last weekend.
That's not correct.
Monday 17. It's a Doctor Who calendar, by the way. It's a Doctor Who daily desk calendar.
Nice.
So Monday the 17th of March is a bunch of various teapots and items, TARDIS and such. Tuesday the 18th is the 4th Doctor, picture of the 4th Doctor.
Nice.
Wednesday the 19th is a picture of an Ice Warrior. March, Thursday the 20th, which is today, so I can't rip this one. It's a lovely little comic picture of the 5th Doctor, which is quite fun.
That is fun.
That's quite fun, isn't it?
And now, another peek behind the curtain. We will wait here for 5 minutes so that Nathan can pull the next one.
Oh, I can just pull it now.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Friday the 21st of March is a Dalek. So,
let's have a look at the Dalek. Oh, that's a cool bit of art. I like that.
That is a cool bit of art.
Yeah.
A Dalek.
A Dalek,
anyway, there we go. That was my calendar.
That's calendar talk, everyone.
Yay.
So the Doctor gets some flashbacks, basically.
Flashbacks.
This
is he a good man?
Yeah, this is another element. I think the episode's a bit handheldy. Like,
right.
it's Robin Hood. I'm not a hero, right? And then the Dalek's like, there's loads of hatred in you, and the Doctor's like, fucking hell. And then the Danny mocking him, calling him sir and stuff. Like, I get all of this.
I disagree.
You don't think this is handholdy?
It is a bit, but I feel like it's more justified. I feel like it's, as we're looking back over the season as a whole, and we're looking back on what the season is about, I feel like this is okay.
Okay, well, like it builds to the moment kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I think you're wrong and stupid.
Well, no, people need to tell me when I'm wrong so that we can move on.
I'll tell you when you're wrong. You're wrong and stupid.
So, what do you know about this speech, this Doctor Who speech that follows?
I know that the Doctor is an idiot.
Yeah. This is a great speech.
This is a great speech, yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. First of all, let me just say, I believe it was last week that I made the bold proclamation, proclamation, whatever, that the 12th Doctor has his one and only on-screen kiss, okay, with Missy in that scene last week. Good to know that I was immediately proven wrong. Literally the very fucking next episode, I could not have been any more wrong on that. Just immediately fucking humbled and proven wrong. So that's good because the Doctor kisses Missy.
Yeah.
This time he gives Missy a little kiss on the lips, and then he's like, "Oh, thank you very much." He's like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm not a good man, and I'm not a bad man. I'm not a hero, and I'm definitely not a president. No, I'm not an officer. Do you know what I am? I am," as the music swells, and there's this version of like I Am the Doctor playing as well.
I wanted to, fantastic mixing this in, like
really good. And he goes, "I am an idiot."
Yeah.
Bit of fun.
Great fun. Completely anticlimactic, but in a way that feels perfect. You know, like
Yeah.
we've had little, not even, I wouldn't say teases to this, but we've had moments. Right, this Doctor loves calling himself a fucking idiot. Right,
Yes.
or just like you know, like fucking I am Doctor Idiot, kind of
Oh,
like
I am Dr. Idiot today. Yeah.
this is this is a good little build up. It's anticlimactic in the scene, but very satisfying following 12's arc, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. He says he doesn't need an army, and he never has because he's got them. Clara and Danny, that is. Always, because love is not an emotion, love is a promise. And then Danny controls an army of robots or whatever.
Yeah, it's like good thing my Paisley girl stopped me blowing up or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm a bomb. But I am a bomb. I am going to blow up.
Yeah, now I'm a bomb, but I'm a bomb that I want to be. I want to be this bomb. Yeah.
All right, sick. So anyway, Danny flies off with all his cyber bombs.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I do like the hubris on Missy again. The Master just fucking doesn't pay attention. Right,
yeah.
Because Missy is doing a whole like turn left and fucking cha-cha real smooth on the Cybermen, right?
Yeah.
And Doctor goes like, again, the one thing you haven't fucking noticed is there was one Cyberman not following your fucking orders, right? And it's going to be your downfall. And the Master has had this. The one, you don't notice that one guard is 2 inches too tall, like. You suppose no? It's the Master doesn't notice minor things.
That's a real fucking stretch.
I don't think it is. I
think the Doctor didn't notice. The Master didn't notice something one time, and they didn't notice something here. So that's an inherent character trait of the Master.
No, not I.
That seems like some Tumblr fan shit.
You do this all the time. You say that I'm saying something. I never said inherent character trait of the Master. You said that.
Fair enough. But what are you saying?
I'm just saying it's a fun, like, not even a callback necessarily, just like kind of proof of concept that the Master just doesn't fucking learn a single thing. Like, again, with the Toclafane and with the army of Cybermen, thinking, the Doctor would want that, despite knowing that the Doctor was very much against that the last time, or not the last time, the other last time that they were chilling together, right? And again, with this, like, I just think it's the Master doesn't fucking learn. Missy hasn't learned a single thing. And that's cool.
Okay.
You disagree? That's fine. You can.
I don't know if I would draw those parallels myself.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think that I would hear what you just said and perhaps say there are parallels being drawn that aren't actually there, quite personally. But that's just my opinion.
I like that you soften that by being like, hypothetically, if you had said this, I did say that.
If you did say that wrong and stupid thing, then,
Yeah.
then,
Well, I'm glad you wouldn't agree. Hypothetically, of course, yeah.
But again, that's just my opinion. We all bring our own stuff to this. We all have our own interpretations of this, and only mine is correct.
Yeah, well, again, no one told me. This is the issue we keep running into.
Yeah.
I do like. Again, there's a little repeated moment of them saying one burning Cyberman won't save the planet, and Danny goes, correct.
Does he?
Less robo, but like because he did it. He said correct earlier with a robo voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's great. I tell you what I do think though about Danny.
All right.
He's not got the fucking oomph to deliver a speech of this caliber, has he?
No. I also feel like this speech doesn't really work for me. Danny's speech, that is, because you're right. He doesn't have the oomph for it. He doesn't have the charisma and charm that 12 does for it. And I don't know if this is a Danny issue or maybe a Moffat issue, but I feel like somewhere along the line, one of them either doesn't quite know what a soldier does or has gotten a soldier confused with a pirate. Okay. Because, like, this speech that Danny's giving, it genuinely sounds like something a pirate would say to his crew on his ship. Listen up, you miserable maggots. Yeah. You need to scrub the deck and we're all gonna, you know what I mean?
I do. Like, I 100% know what you mean, yeah. It's a little bit, I get the intent. It's a soldier. You know, this doesn't come from the whims of a lunatic. This isn't from a general. This is a fellow soldier saying, fuck it, let's fight for what we believe in, right? Yeah. I do think...
First of all, bold to say that to a hive mind, but all right.
Yes, this is where I think the episode gets a teensy bit messy, right? Yeah. In the sense that if Danny's whole thing is individuality to choose, freedom to make a sacrifice on our own fucking accord, right? As opposed to being ordered. Danny, you're ordering them.
To be fair, they are already dead.
They are.
Yeah, they've had their time, all right?
And I respect that, right? But I just think it comes across as a little bit disingenuous isn't even the right word, but like it's a bit false. It's a moment that if you actually think about it, you go, I don't know if that actually quite makes sense for what Danny's supposedly been trying to achieve this whole time.
Yeah, but, I get that. Yeah.
But they need stuff to blow up, so
they do. They needed a resolution.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, and I'm fine with it. I don't mind.
So he blows up.
Yeah.
He flies into the sky like Iron Man.
Yeah.
And then just blows up.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Yeah, good on him indeed. It does close out that Danny never wanted to be special. He just wanted to, like, ensure people's safety.
Oh, fuck off, you prick.
I like that bit. Bit. Anyway, all the cities have their clouds disappear. There's no more cyber rain clouds.
Yeah, everything's down. Lizzie McGuire, Hilary Duff, she did it. She did let that rain fall down, maybe.
She did.
Good on her. Well done to her. She saved the day once again.
When was the first time Lizzie McGuire saved the day?
I don't know.
In a Cinderella story with Chad Michael Murray, that's when.
In Lizzie McGuire the movie, where she sang that song in the Coliseum or whatever.
And she's like, I'm on a Red Bull and I'm also animated or something.
What is that song in the Lizzie McGuire movie?
I have no idea, mate.
Oh, I need to know now.
Oh, no.
Much like the Doctor, I need to know.
Okay.
Lizzie McGuire. Oh, hold on. Let me speak it. Lizzie McGuire movie song. Oh, the Disney Plus version.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got it. Hey now, hey now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Hey now. I don't know who this other girl is.
Me.
Was Lizzie McGuire a singer? What was going on there?
I think everyone was for a time, weren't they? Like all the Disney-esque
Did I ever see that movie?
People.
I don't know. Anyway, good for them.
Good for them, indeed.
Good for her. She really did meet that father.
Bizarre amount of Lizzie McGuire talk in this. So
she was Cadet Kelly.
I know she was Cadet Kelly. I've seen Cadet Kelly.
She was swinging those guns around. She was like, "Hey, look at me! I'll do a dance with a gun or whatever." Cadet Kelly.
Her and maybe the girl from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide is maybe in that.
Was she talking about how many blowjobs?
Yeah. She's like, she stopped midway through Cadet Kelly and went, "You will never guess the amount of cocks I've sucked."
No, only to Ned.
Oh, only Ned. Yeah, Ned. I've sucked off Ned a million times.
I need to tell you all about how many times me and Ned have fucked. Right.
If you don't get that, tough. So Missy's defeated. Missy's pathetic and snivelling and defeated. All of her Cybermen have blown up, and she just hardcore drops the coordinates for Gallifrey.
Which are?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Once I caught a fish alive.
Once I caught Gallifrey alive.
1001100 by 02.
And then she said the original place or something.
Yeah, she's like, oh, the coordinates to Gallifrey. Didn't you ever think to look at its original place, you dickhead?
You fucking idiot.
And he's like, you're fucking lying. And she's like, oh, we could go together if you want. Maybe kiss over there, maybe. But we could go together. And then Clara's like, what if I had a gun?
Yeah. Everyone pulls out a gat on the Master at the end. This is just common Master law.
This is always how it ends.
Yeah.
It always ends with the Master defeated, and then everyone's just like, I want to kill this cunt right now. All right.
Because frankly,
I know that you're friends, Doctor. All right, but I've had fucking enough, quite frankly, of this cunt here.
But yeah, I tell you what. Fantastic scene, I think. This
good scene.
This in particular, right? The Missy's
Clara's straight up gonna fucking pull that trigger.
Yeah, and they've been naturally building to this. Clara has been getting more fucking emotionally reckless in the last couple of episodes. We saw it with the TARDIS key situation. She was willing to go to ridiculously extreme lengths to get what she wants. And now that she's been wronged by Missy, obviously, right? I love the fact that she just goes off the rails. This is something that Clara from 4 or 5 episodes back would not have dreamed of doing.
Yeah, maybe.
And now she's out here pointing guns. And the Doctor, what do you think the Doctor would have fucking done that?
I think first of all, it's important to say that what Clara says, which is that he's like, if you ever let her live, well, she actually says, if you ever let this creature live, brutal. Yeah. Everything that happened is on you. Okay, yes. All of it. It's all on you. And yeah, hey, you gotta live with that. And the Doctor says, hey, I'm not letting her get away with it. I'm just not letting you be the one to pull the trigger. Yeah, basically. And then he takes the gun off her, which isn't a gun, by the way. It's like a little remote or whatever.
Yeah, like a Sky remote they've got that zaps people or whatever. Do you think he would have done it?
I do, yeah. I think he was. I think he would have done it. I think he 100% would have done it, and I think he was going to. Yeah. And it's only because fucking the Brigadier shot her instead. Brigadier was like, fuck you, cunt. Yeah. Boom.
I'm here too. I haven't blown up yet. I hung back for a minute.
I hung back like, where's everyone going?
Yeah. Oh, no, they're all
wait
up.
Oh, guys, wait, no.
Good speech, Danny. They have earshot. Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he 100% was going to do it and would have done it for Clara. Yeah, I think that's definitely true. And I fucking love that Missy's like, really?
Yes.
You're actually. Oh, that's interesting, Doctor, isn't it? And the Doctor's like, yeah, fine, you win. Yeah, you say it's just before he's about to pull the trigger. Fucking hell, it's good stuff.
It's great stuff. It's fantastic telly. It's the perfect distillation of their relationship as well. Yeah, Missy lost the day so hard, right? Yeah. Her army literally all blew up and went, fuck Missy, as they blew up, right? And she still finds a way to... Because now what I like about this is now she knows this about the Doctor. Yeah. Because even though it didn't happen, right, she knows this. Wherever she's gone, because she got shot with a blue bolt, which means she's not dead. Right, and I know these rules. That blue is stun, red is kill. We know the rules, right? You know I'm right as well.
That's not necessarily the case.
Is it the case?
No, it's not.
Here and now, is it the case?
No. I don't think she was shot with a stun bolt, is what I'll say. Okay. Interesting. But that's what.
Yes. Okay. I just think I love the fact that she knows this now. She's won. She's won. That was exactly the entire plan, was to get the Doctor to admit that he would fucking take some drastic measures to win the day.
Yeah, 100%.
And she won. She 100% won.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And he says as much. I don't know if you noticed the reference when the Doctor says "you win."
I literally just said that.
I'm doing comedy.
Well, stop.
Fuck's sake.
Take this podcast seriously.
Okay, sorry. Okay? My mistake, yeah.
God's sake. Anyway, Clara... Wait.
Kate's not a puddle, is what's happened.
Yeah, Kate's not a puddle. Yeah. She's on a grave, but she's fine. She's just having a nap or whatever. Yeah. And then her dad is a robot. And he's like, hello. And the Doctor's like, oh, fuck, it's your dad. Yeah. And he gives him a salute, which is kind of nice. Yeah. And then he flies off. Presumably to go blow himself up.
Yeah, presumably, yeah. And that's the issue. Right, hang on. 2 things. First point, and we can do this fairly quickly because I know it's largely a facetious point, right? Is Kate smashing into the fucking Brigadier's metal arms not akin to just her smashing into the ground?
This is stupid. Who cares, man?
I care.
Who cares? This is the fucking... if Superman was fucking flying towards Lois Lane at the speed of light, then she just fucking... Who cares, man? He matches her speed and then he catches her, all right?
It's just a bit of fun. It's just a bit of fun to think about.
Shut up, you fucking cinema sins cunt. All right?
The second thing, is this a little bit insensitive?
No.
Do you not think even the slightest bit?
I think it's sweet. I think it's nice.
I can see the sweet intention.
I watched this and I'm like, oh, that's very nice. That's very sweet.
I just think because he was a man that did die recently to this episode coming out. And and I largely think that what the episode does is not the issue. It's how the episode deals with the concept of death and then implies that he's one of those people that was sat there going, don't cremate me, and then flies off to blow himself up. I don't necessarily care, right? But I'm just thinking I think it's worth a thought that I think there's some family members that might see this as a little bit distasteful.
I think you're reading way too much into it.
I don't think I am. I don't think
at no point are they having the fucking actor who plays the Brigadier be on screen fucking crying saying, don't cremate me.
No.
I don't want to turn into a Cyberman and blow myself up, okay? No point does anything like that happen. All it does is just implies that the Brigadier is still out there fighting. You know, Doctor even says it himself, Earth's darkest hour, where else would you be? You know, it just implies that the Brigadier doing a good thing, protecting his daughter, fighting the Master, saving the world once again. It's sweet.
I see the sweet intent. I just think there is a world where people could look at it and go,
what the most cynical man in the world, once again, ladies and gentlemen.
I just have a different opinion to you. That doesn't make it cynical.
That is inherently cynical.
I don't think so.
It's a sweet thing and you're like, this sucks, actually.
I didn't say it sucks. I didn't say it sucks. I just think there's a world where people could see that and go, okay.
Yeah, there is. They're wrong.
Okay.
But yeah, there is. All right. It's sweet.
What's going on next?
That's it. No, it's not.
It's so not it.
No, it's not. I'll tell you what's going on next. It's 2 weeks later.
Yes.
All right. This feels like a scene that was entirely tacked on here.
Oh, it does,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
This feels like a scene that was very much added after the fact. But anyway, Clara is like woken up in the middle of the night by some sort of fucking ghost light in a hallway.
Yeah.
It's just in a hallway. And then the voice of Danny comes through and is like, Clara, I'm a ghost.
Ooh, Clara.
And then Clara just delivers a whole lot of exposition. Like, Danny, the doctor told me this would happen, that you could find... This is why it feels so tacked on, because the doctor never says this, all right? None of this feels like it was very much shot way after the fact, but whatever. Clara gives that exposition, like, the doctor told me that the bracelet can bring you home or whatever. And then he's like, yeah, that's true, babe. There's only room for one journey, though. And she's like, I know, that's so cool. You can come back to me. He's like, yeah, that's sick, innit? Anyway, here's this kid.
Yeah.
Make sure he finds his parents or someone to look after him and stuff. I'm sorry. And then he dies.
What do you think of this? I know the scene is 100% a late edition, but
the scene is a late edition. The scene is, look, the tacked on and rushed nature of it aside.
Yes.
Okay. I quite enjoy it, really. I quite like it for I like it for what it says about Danny. I like that Danny gets a chance to right his wrong. Yes. Basically, I like that Danny experienced something that was to him deeply traumatic, but I think he would argue, and a lot of other people would argue, worse than that, he took a kid's life, and I like that he gets a chance to right that wrong and give that kid his life back. Yeah, basically. That's a good thing, I think.
I 100% agree. I think the even the line delivery of "I'm sorry, Clara, but I had promises to keep." Like, that's 100%. A great fight. It's a way better final beat for the character than him going, "Let's blow ourselves up, let's go."
You're right. This is absolutely a final beat for the character.
Oh, I see.
You're right. This is absolutely a final beat for the character.
Fuck's sake! Do we get more Danny after this?
Don't worry about it. We'll find out soon.
Triple dead at this point.
We'll find out.
Fuck's sake. All right, fine. So a cafe, Nathan?
A cafe on Mars. No, it's just a regular cafe.
It's a normal cafe.
Yeah. Clara's at a cafe. It's like sometime later.
Yeah.
Maybe she found that boy at home. Maybe she didn't. Who knows?
Yeah.
But anyway, she's at a cafe. Then the doctor comes in. He's wearing a nice little jumper. I like his jumper.
Yeah. Stylish.
And then he's like, they have a nice little grin. He sits down. He sees her little bracelet. And he's like, I see you've got news for me. He says. Yeah.
And she doesn't quite get to say it. This scene and the intercutting of it with what's going on with 12, it just made me so sad.
This is such a sad ending to a series.
It really is.
This is so bleak. And yeah, you're right, Elliot. There have, I guess, been sadder endings in like Journey's End and Doomsday and stuff. But this, it's not sad in the same way. It's not sad because like someone has died. Sorry, Danny, not really talking about you here. Yeah. But it's not really that sad because like a companion's died or they've lost or they've stopped traveling with the doctor or anything like that. It's sad because just two fundamentally broken people just bullshitting to each other to save face and to make the other one think they're okay, you know?
Yeah.
Just so fucking bleak, man.
It's not sad for like narrative purposes. I quite like it, the fact that this episode narratively things get wrapped up in a tight little bow, really.
Yeah.
Right? So there's not a hanging thread. There's not I wish I could be with Donna. There's not I wish Rose wasn't stuck wherever, right? Those are things that are narrative loose threads and they both get touched back up on again later, which is case in point, right? But this is just you're right. This feels dour and miserable because it's two people that for all intents and purposes should be happy but just fundamentally can't be.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking fascinating dynamic these two have. And I tell you this, I know we've got the Christmas special, but I am utterly thrilled to be going into Series 9 with these two having such clearly established dynamics.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. It's very interesting, really. Fascinating scene. So interesting, so bleak, and just so heartbreaking at the same time. Like the moment where the doctor's like, I did it. I found Gallifrey.
Yeah.
You know, Clara's like, shit, really? And it's like, yeah, Missy was right. It was exactly where it used to be, where she said it would be. And then we see the scene in the TARDIS. He puts the coordinates in, he goes there, and he checks the monitor. He's knocking on the monitor, like, that's not right. What's going on there?
Yeah.
And then the slow walk to the door, and it's not even like, it's just a quick look. It's just the fact that he just opens the door like a fucking quarter of an inch, takes a look, sees space, and is like, and the silent way he walks back to the TARDIS and just beats the fuck out of it. It's brutal, man. It's heartbreaking.
It's kind of untapped rage. We haven't really seen the Doctor fucking fly off the handle like this privately.
Yeah.
Like it's genuinely sad to watch. It's so and what I love that it does for the Doctor and Clara is it fundamentally just is two toxic people so codependent on one another as like essentially the North Star for their fucking guiding morals. Right, and they're both just leading each other in a circle of bad habits. And what I absolutely adore about this is that they both just lie to each other to save face, to half convince the other one that they won't be alone. Because the only way they can leave is by lying and making the other one think that they're going to be fine. Because almost like they're too afraid to be vulnerable to say, I'm not okay about this.
The Doctor sees the bracelet, immediately thinks that Danny's back, because why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
You know, that's the last thing that he fucking said. Apparently we didn't see it, but that's what he said.
Yeah.
So he thinks that Danny's back and that him and Clara are living their life together, and he knows what that means for him. So he's like, that's sick. I found Gallifrey, so like you don't even need to come, actually. Like I can just live on Gallifrey and be a time king or a time queen or whatever.
Yeah.
And Clara's like, oh yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, me and Danny, we're so happy. We're like fucking, we're having babies and shit, man. It's great. And then the hug. Oh my god, the hug and the why don't you like hugging, Doctor? And it's just, he says it's just a way to hide your face, really, as they both have just horrible grief-stricken expressions on their face while they're hugging. It's bleak.
You want
man.
to talk
It's
cynical?
So
this is
depressing.
cynical, man. The
It
hiding
really
your face with a
is.
hug. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is it's very depressing. It's also, right. I think this will maybe be the less talked about aspect. It's so dramatic. Like
It is very
not
dramatic,
even in the sense of like it's good drama, because it is. I mean in the sense that these two are so fucking dramatic. And I really love that.
Two absolute fucking drama queens.
Yeah.
Just going off the handles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have the hug. They kind of part ways, I guess. The Doctor's going back to the TARDIS, and Clara just like stops him and just basically says like, "Oh, thank you, like thank you for changing my life for the better and stuff." And Doctor just says, "Thank you for exactly the same," and that's it. And then they part ways.
And they part ways. Yeah.
Forever.
No. I do know this.
Forever.
Yeah, so Clara's walking away, the credits roll, and nothing out of the
roll.
ordinary happens.
That's it. That is the end of the episode. I'm joking. It was a fun little bit.
I see.
Much like the credits were cut off, I cut off the theme for Weirdo of the Week. Did you think I was being serious?
I was like,
then?
Nathan!
Yeah, I know. Like, Lawrence, have some fucking faith in me for a second, please. All right.
I knew that voice when I heard it, let me tell you that.
Yeah, it's Nick Frost.
Yeah, how's that for a slice of fried gold, is what he says.
Yeah, I think you'll actually find he says something else.
This is fun.
This is fun, yeah. So the Doctor's like asleep in the TARDIS. Maybe that relates to the episode. Maybe it doesn't.
Yeah.
But he's asleep in the TARDIS, and then we hear a voice, the voice of Nick Frost, saying, "You know it can't end like that. We need to get this sorted quickly. She's not all right, you know, and neither are you. I'm coming in." And then he's Santa Claus.
It's Santa Claus. Yeah, here he is.
It's Santa Claus. He's Nick Frost.
Yeah. Very excited.
Very fun. What a fun tease this is.
Yeah,
I think.
very much so.
You can't get a much more fun tease for a Christmas episode than fucking Santa Claus himself showing up. Nick Frost as Santa Claus saying, "What do you want for Christmas?"
Yeah.
To fucking Doctor Who, man.
Almost fucking as an audience surrogate as well. Him being like, "Come on, that was a miserable fucking ending."
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
That's great. I'm very chuffed. I'm very excited for next week.
For tomorrow.
For tomorrow for us. For next week. I'm just the illusion for the show. But, yeah.
Yes, we cannot break the illusion. Yes. Anyway.
Weirdo of the Week! Weirdo.
This is everyone's favourite section of the show where we get to take a chance to look back and reflect on some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who come across our screens each and every week. Lawrence, who's your weirdo?
It is Danny.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, not Danny.
Danny is my weirdo because he is fucking... and look, eggs on my face. No, I don't love him, right? He's fine. He's a fine guy. Right, eggs on my face because he's actually right in the end, but he is absolutely fucking sure and adamant to the Doctor, I'm not going to hurt Clara when my emotions are turned off, based on his love for Clara, which won't be there because his emotions will get turned off. So I don't know.
I'll give you this though,
a bold proclamation. Right. I know, but
so your weirdo is kind of defunct by the fact that he is right,
but he shouldn't know that he's right.
Well, but he is.
He should, and also like just as like if there was a 1% chance, right, that like if let's say I'm dead, I'm in the exact same scenario Danny's in, and the Doctor's like, if your wife fucking pulls that thing out of you, you will kill her. I'd be like, oh, if that's a possibility, then like, yeah, no, don't do it, or like just go and fucking put me down the back of the shed and get her away. Danny's like, he puts way too much faith in his robot self for no reason.
You're too cynical and you don't believe in the power of love.
I do believe in the power of love.
You don't believe in
a force from above.
Yes, we all know the song.
Thank you.
You don't believe in the power of love.
I believe in the power of love.
You're too cynical.
You're cynical.
I'm not.
No, I'm just saying it. I'm just deflecting now.
That's the power of love.
What's your weirdo? Or who is your weirdo?
My weirdo is a bit of a cop-out, really, because I couldn't really think of one. Yeah. But I mean, better than yours, because yours is defunct. My weirdo is the TARDIS for being punched twice and then immediately starting to spark up. All right.
Yeah.
Like, it was the second punch the Doctor gave when she started just flying sparks everywhere. Like, you talking about drama queens?
Yeah.
The OG right here.
Should they give us a warning spark? Like, fucking watch it.
No,
prick.
she was like, Jesus Christ, what's all this?
Help.
Yeah, the TARDIS, I picture the TARDIS as a weird British orphan. What's all this? What's all this then?
What's all this? Why am I
What's all
getting it?
this then? Why, what day is it? Why, what day is it? Oh, wait, no. He doesn't ask, the orphan doesn't ask that. You there, boy. What day is it?
There we go.
What's Christmas Day, sir?
You found it. And it is. Santa Claus is here as well. So
Santa Claus is here, exactly. The perfect day for it, really.
the TARDIS being a little street orphan urchin boy.
Exactly.
Lovely. 2 good weirdos from 2 good boys. That's us.
Yes, we are 2 good boys, and we have 2 little toys. That's a song by a pedophile.
Is it?
Yeah, Rolf Harris.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
He's got that board, though, isn't he? That goes... Whoa, 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 whoa.
He does have that board. Good on him for that board.
Yeah, he's in the Wiggles or something. He's in the Wiggles live show taping.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's fair. Probably for the best. Nathan, it's the time for the audience to have their say.
I won't allow it.
Okay, well, fuck. Okay. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Nah, go on, sorry.
It's time for the audience to have their say. If you're new, you can write into the emails or the Discord. Let us know your thoughts on the episode. We look through, we pick some out, we read them. That's what we're doing now. Nathan, who hath emailed us?
Literally no one.
No emails this week.
No one. To be fair, they didn't have much time.
Ah,
Right,
okay.
but,
All right.
yeah. No emails. And that'll probably be how it is for a while, it seems. So, get used to that.
Well, in that case, I think we just mosey straight on over to a Discord thought then, I guess.
Yeah, let's go.
This one comes in from Pearl Goblin 892, aka Nats. Really not a fan of how they brought the brig back. Oh, there we go. This proves I didn't actually pre-read this, but this is immediately proving me right. Lovely. Really not a fan of how they brought the brig back in this episode, but Missy is fantastic. I also love the scene where 12 gives a flowery speech about holding onto your humanity, but then going back on it immediately when he needs Danny to be fully converted in order to get information. Though the I'm not a good man, I'm an idiot in a box never really lands with me personally. Yeah, he's an idiot, but he also does horrible things in the name of saving the world. There should be something between hero and idiot, and that also requires taking a hard look at yourself. But that's also what makes the Doctor a compelling, complex character. So I'm not complaining too much. Bring on Santa.
It probably wouldn't hit the same if the Doctor was like, I am a man who is sometimes good, but does bad things in order to achieve that goodness. And frankly, I could probably look inwardly about how I achieve that. Like, it's not as cinematic.
Yeah. You need the line. You need the Doctor idiot line. Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to go for the vibes, you know?
I do take Nat's point, though. Like,
I don't.
You're always at war with these thoughts, by the way. You're never just like, yeah, cool, good point.
It's all in jest, all right?
Do you want to take a point to read out a thought?
Sure. Where's the shortest one?
No, come on.
This one is from Terry Wags, who says, I think this episode hit some big emotional notes about guilt and longing. While I'm not a big Danny fan, as a person after my own heart, I do love that his controlled energy is such a counterpoint to the driving energy of the other characters. Danny, as a soldier, trying to be a good man, but feels that guilt has failed to meet the high standards he set for himself. The Doctor wants to be a good man, but is faced with the impossible scenarios in which he cannot reach that ideal. Clara struggles with her guilt and her divided loyalty between someone who fails and feels horrible and someone who fails and owns that failure. Missy just wants the Doctor to be like her, someone who doesn't give a flying fuck about anything, and all this emotion is running beneath the surface of this incredible wrap-up episode. I absolutely love this version of the Master. The characterization is menacing in a sly but intelligent way. Gomez nails that sense of chaos that is at the very heart of who they are, a perfect counterpoint to Capaldi's Doctor. And our darling Clara spins and flies by the seat of her pants. I can relate to that energy. It's a keep going so you don't have to think and feel that rock of despair that is living in your chest energy. Even the line at the end feels real. They both want to grieve separately because grief makes you vulnerable and it's best done alone. Way too many words. Sorry. Never apologize, Terry. I love you.
Terry always comes through with a thought that just rips my heart in two.
I know, right?
Yeah. Terry, that is very eloquently put. I too love Michelle Gomez's performance as Missy. And I think we've had a few people write in about like how well grief is portrayed, especially through Clara in these couple of episodes. And like, yeah, it's really effective. Like Clara does just dive into shit. Like if I have a fraction of a chance to save Danny, I will, but also it's mostly a distraction because I know he's probably dead.
Hunge,
indeed. Sage says, as a dumb 14-year-old when this aired, I hated Capaldi. I couldn't forgive him for replacing Smith, and he was never the Doctor to me. Until his I am an idiot speech at the end of the episode. Not sure why this was when it finally clicked for me. I still love that moment in the episode. I feel like it encapsulates perfectly who the Doctor is. To be clear, I'm not an idiot anymore and Capaldi is my favourite Doctor. 14-year-old me had issues.
That's fair. Yeah. That is an idiot thing. You should feel bad for that. You should feel real bad for that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I mean, look, I tapped out in Capaldi's
You were the
so
same.
I'm dumb
You
as
was
well.
also an idiot.
Yeah.
Not me. Number one fucking defender from day one, mate.
Loyalist.
That's me.
Capaldi,
Loyalist.
you have been in Capaldi's corner since day
I've been
dot,
shooting for him, mate.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've been in the trenches. I was fighting the Great Capaldi Wars, man. You know, I was there.
A couple of quick thoughts I can read out. Chris says,
I'd love you to.
I know you would. Chris says, Missy is the best master. If you don't agree, sadly, you're incorrect.
Chris, I do agree.
Yeah, good stuff. Nice. Carney Mark II says, odds on Nathan just hating Doctor Who magic this time rounds are high. I don't think you did.
Oh, is there any Doctor Who magic in this episode?
Probably the
I
little
wouldn't
kid
say
coming
so.
back from the dead, maybe.
Nah, it's too tacked on for that, I think.
Yeah.
It's too... Here's another thing, you know?
What about everyone blowing themselves up? Is that Doctor Who magic?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
We can't even identify what Doctor Who magic was this time round, so Carney, I'm not sure that works, but thank you anyway, and also stop selling boner pills.
Yeah, stop selling boner pills, especially in the Discord.
Yeah, exactly. We're not a marketplace for your boner pills pushing.
Yeah.
All right. Last one I'll read out. Reopen2588 says, for all the Danny haters out there, he's canonically in heaven now, so how does that make you feel?
Well, heaven wasn't real. It was a hard drive.
Yeah,
so.
it literally was a hard drive. Although he is in some glowy place after, and he's like, Clara, I'm here, and the little boys.
That could be the glowy fires of hell for all we know.
What?
Okay?
The innocent little boy is there with him.
We don't know he was innocent.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he could have been. Maybe it was deservedly so. Maybe Danny should have killed him.
I don't think we should get into this.
No, we really shouldn't.
I think we should move on.
I agree, Nathan. That sounds like a good plan. So I will say thank you very, very much for listening. If you've enjoyed the show, give us a little 5-star review. That'd be cool. You can follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok at StillGotLegsPod. There we go. Join the Discord. Also, you can share your thoughts on there, or you can email them over like you just heard us not read out any emails to stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com. And Nathan, I don't know if you're aware of this, it's time to do big thank yous. Firstly to you.
Yay!
Big thanks for you this week.
I did it.
You did a good job.
A big thanks to you as well.
Thank you very much. How kind
You're
of
welcome.
us.
You're welcome.
Good stuff. Thank you for Nina for managing the short form content as well as marshalling the Discord alongside, of course, Maylena and the head honcho Pierce. If you're interested in hearing more from us, you can check out the Patreon. The link to sign up is in the show notes. Comes with all sorts of stuff. Episode notes, a bonus podcast for Doctor Who topics and commentaries as voted on by you, and Still Got Rex, which is where we just chat about random pop culture shit that we've been watching, reading, listening to, whatever, etc., etc. Get involved, get signed up. Nathan, we picked up some new patron companions this week, didn't we?
Okay. I was worried there. I thought you hadn't. I thought you forgot to include it.
Come on, man. Have some faith.
I won't. Yes, we picked up 4 new cunts. All right.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So first of all, from Burgess Hill
Ooh.
in Great. Sorry, in Great. Oh, hold on.
You got this.
I can do this. Hold on.
Yeah, I know.
In Great Britain. There we
Yeah,
go. We got that in
nice.
the end, everyone. It is Dam the Lamb. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Dam was actually enjoying a lovely Sunday dinner, an Easter dinner
Nice.
of a lamb. Okay.
I see, yeah.
A lovely lamb joint. Okay.
Yeah.
Whilst they were petting their pet lamb. Okay. And then.
That's sadistic.
It is, really, if you think about it. And then a big wolf came to eat both lambs, both the already prepared one, and I'm making this up literally word by word.
I can tell.
Yeah, we all can tell. A big wolf came to eat both lambs, but luckily our TARDIS literally crashed through the house and destroyed most of it. Okay,
and the porridge as well.
But we also landed on the wolf, Wicked Witch of the East or West style, whichever one it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then took. We just basically kidnapped Dam and both lambs. We did it purely because the lamb, you can guess which one, looks nice and we wanted to keep it as a pet, and the other lamb looks tasty and we wanted to eat it.
So we're all
that's-
sadistic.
Well, no, because we're eating the meat, but we're keeping the pet.
Okay. I think
And
the
Dam
sadistic...
is also, and Dam the lamb is also here because they were just there, I guess.
Yeah, we just, fuck you, we wanted the lamb.
Welcome aboard.
Oh, we've
Bring in
picked
your
up
lamb.
a straggler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for
The
the
main
lamb.
reason you're here is for the lamb.
Yes.
So, you're here. That's what counts.
Grab a sleeping bag, find a corridor. Plenty of room.
No one gets a bed, by the way.
No, yeah.
Just
Only we
sleeping
get
bag.
a bed.
Yeah. Only we get a bed. Just one, though.
Yeah, we share. And we kiss in it as well.
We do.
Nathan, the next person we picked up is actually Rob. And we've been here a few times, right? Rob is unfortunately from absolutely nowhere.
Oh, not the void again.
The void again. But this
Fucking
nowhere is a
hell.
little bit different. This is actually the nowhere from the Guardians of the Galaxy films. Right?
Oh, nowhere with a K.
Nowhere with a K, which is actually a big head.
It's a big celestial head.
Yeah.
A dog lives there.
The dog. Yes, yeah.
There's a dog who lives there.
I know there's a dog who lives there.
She can talk.
Is that who? There's Borat's daughter. The
Yeah, it's
voices.
Borat's daughter. Yeah.
We went there. We thought we just got wind that there was a cool place with a big head.
All right.
I went, fantastic. Anyway, we misread the scanner because it turns out that Rob is not from nowhere. Rob is nowhere. The big head is Rob.
Oh, so we just got a big head. How does that work?
Well, the TARDIS is bigger on the inside.
Yeah, but not that much.
Yeah, not by that much.
How does he get through the door?
Well, here's what we had to do, right? So the irony is the TARDIS is bigger on the inside, but the door,
Yeah.
to cross that threshold, you need to be of a certain size.
Yeah.
So unfortunately for Rob, we've had to chop him up into small pieces. And then what we're doing now, we're currently in the process of reconstructing his head in a big room downstairs.
It's quite brutal.
It's rough stuff, man, but look,
Yeah.
I don't know why we took him as well. He was quite fine. He was completely fine just chilling where he was. But
So we just kidnapped and killed a person.
yeah, basically. But we're putting them back together.
All right.
So that makes it a little bit better.
All right. I don't know how I feel about that, but all right.
Well, you were there. I remember it.
All right. Well, I guess so. I guess I'm complicit in all of this.
You
Welcome aboard, Rob.
Hello, Rob.
Is it worth mentioning that Rob's name on the Discord is Greg? What kind of puzzle is that?
Just, I don't know what to unpack there.
Okay. Anyway, good to
we
have you
kidnapped
aboard.
Rob. We robbed Rob.
We robbed Rob or Greg. Good to have you aboard, Rob or Greg.
Yeah.
Good on you. Anyway, we also picked up from Dunstable
Yeah.
in CBF. Don't know what that means.
Nope, no idea.
Chillin' big fucks. We picked up Jacob, who now Jacob was eating some delicious Jacob's crackers. Okay.
Is that what this is now?
And then a wolf
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No. Okay. All right. Hold on. I can do this. No. Jacob was eating some delicious Jacob's crackers.
Of course.
And then a bear came
Oh,
along.
okay, great.
It was like, hey, I want your crackers. And then our TARDIS crashed through the house and destroyed most of it and killed the wolf, Wicked Witch of the East and or West style.
Yeah.
Sorry, the bear, Wicked Witch of the East and or West style.
Yeah.
But it was a mean bear, so it's okay.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What was the dinner here? What was the purpose?
It was the crackers.
Oh,
It
the
was
crackers,
just
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Jacob's crackers. So, but this time we said, hey, we have some delicious cheese here, fresh from the farmer's market.
Yeah.
We've been looking for a delicious dry cracker to pair with it. What do you have there, young person, I presume?
Yeah.
And Jacob was like, hey, I have these delicious crackers that I made. They are also the Jacob of Jacob's crackers, by the way.
Oh, I see. The heir to the dynasty.
The heir to the fortune, yeah. And then they came aboard, and then we all shared a lovely cheese and cracker.
Yeah. That just makes sense.
Perfect sense. This is good. This is worth it. This is worth £5.
They get other stuff. They get
This
the
is
other
worth £5.
Last person we picked up this week was Daniel Manning, Nathan.
Where from?
Yeah, I'm getting there, right? Daniel Manning is from Manchester. Right?
0161.
0161 Manchester on the map.
Annie on the map.
So where we found Daniel was actually if I'm honest, Daniel, it was quite a pathetic story. Right?
Oh no! Because they've all been great. So
no. I mean, just this was a low point for Daniel in their life.
all right.
We found Daniel on chat forums with Clive.
Okay.
Right, and I know where you're thinking this is going straight away. It's not. Right. Clive was out on doing chat forums. This is in 2005 as well, by the way. We've gone back in time because Clive is very much not dead at this point.
Sure.
And there's chat forums going on. Daniel and Clive are going back and forth. Turns out Daniel's a bit obsessed with the TARDIS, right?
Yeah.
He's been catching sightings of the TARDIS all along. He's seen us pop up to the fun day out for JFK's getting shot, and the Titanic and such. We've all been there, right? Yeah.
I really need the toilet, mate. Come on.
You fucking wrapped me up.
Come on.
You fucking gone about wolves for 20
I
minutes.
need that toilet.
Daniel paid Nathan, right? Anyway, it was a low point, so Daniel was out going around trying to find phone boxes, eventually just trying to find the TARDIS, right? So, yeah, we found Daniel in a little phone booth, one of the red London ones, right? At that point, they were just trying anything, praying it would work. We showed up, we said, Daniel, be honest, mate, the TARDIS is showing this on the scanners. It's just sad at this point, so you may as well come in for a treat.
So we took pity on them.
We took pity on Daniel. Daniel came in and then just saw the opportunity and immediately ran away. We don't know where they are in the TARDIS.
Oh, okay. Because they're lost in the TARDIS.
Yeah, we promised them one trip just for, like fucking shake this loser off.
Yeah.
But no, turns out Daniel was fucked off, well and truly run away, so don't know where they are.
I only managed to pick up a cracker before they ran off.
Yes, a Jacob's cracker and a sleeping bag and a lamb.
Yes. Not a whole lamb.
No, a nice slice of cooked lamb.
Yeah, a serving of lamb.
We've got the lamb. We're preparing it for next week's dinner.
There we are. Thank you, Dan the Lamb. Thank you, Rob or Greg. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Daniel. We appreciate your support.
We do. We very much do. And thank you so much for listening, everyone. We'll see you next Monday, 10 a.m. Stay beautiful, stay sexy, stay drinking a strawberry and Coke Pepsi or whatever. Yeah.
Great. Good stuff. I don't know what the fuck that was. Bye, everyone.
Bye.